Yep.
You don't even need to go to the Prime page. You can just click on the Prime loop in the top right-hand corner on Twitch, and it's all there.
Where's Darts? Darts, there we go. I'll ping you a message then, Dart.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm going to get some water. Oh, look. The Karate Kid is not karateing. No.
Oh, hello.
We're all here. Finished eating yet, Millie?
Almost. Give me 2 shakes.
That's fine, we've got 5 more minutes yet. So what does everybody want to play after tonight then?
A friendly game.
I can't wait till you go, it's a dragon, where's its loot?
Sure it isn't. It's the dragon. Where's the exit?
Well, there is that.
So, do you put your camera on?
My camera is on.
Nope.
Is my camera not on?
Nope.
Yeah, I must have turned it
Okay.
off by accident.
Thanks for the link.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Bagpuss sat there on top of my printer. I'm sure if you had an ability to zoom in, like you could possibly see the screens just here. I better move my
Enhance.
chair to there so you can't see what's going on.
See how many rolls I can get through before I need to use inspiration tonight.
Exactly one. Gotta put it between 1 and 1.
Yeah, alright. The last 2 sessions, I think, it's actually the first roll or 2 that I've rolled.
My warrior priest in Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay last night took a critical hit to the chest. He's now out for 38 days of game time.
Yes, wounds.
I was reading. I've been reading through Rollmaster.
Oh, great system.
Oh, Rollmaster. Love to play it. A rat hits you for a tiny E critical. You roll a
dead.
6. You're dead. Yeah.
It's not like the most balanced.
It's very balanced.
Okay.
It's a very, very good system.
It's balancing so much that everything can fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can kill everything in one hit, and everything can kill you in one hit. That's how balanced it is.
That's like
Depends.
Mythos.
Depends. I guess it depends what the objective of the role-playing system is. Like things like
Yeah.
the alien role-playing system, I imagine, is kind of fairly brutal if things go wrong.
Well, if you want to have a sample of it, let me know. I can run a one-shot Aliens game at some point. The problem I found, so I've played some of it, and the problem I found is all the players that I played with knew it was Aliens. And therefore, all of a sudden, you were not doing what you would normally do because you were expecting a xenomorph to attack you every time you went round a corner. And yet, the timeline suggested that the characters didn't actually know they existed at that point.
Mm.
And it was very hard to not play the fact that you know as a person the alien legacy.
Yeah.
The system I'm looking
Pre-gen.
for, yeah,
Pre-gen it. Don't tell them what game they're playing. Just say we're going to play a space game. Everybody up for it? Yeah, fine.
yeah.
And don't give me any information.
The game I'm looking forward to actually that's just been announced by Free League is Dead in Space. Because as much as I like Coriolis, I think it's quite limited in all the stuff that you can do. It's a great system for role playing and storytelling, though. It's a great kind of thematic universe, kind of Arabian Nights in space. You're all kind of Middle Eastern in flavour. But Dead in Space is their new one that they've just announced, so that'll be interesting. I'm a sucker for Free League games.
I'm gutted that I just watched the final episode of Expanse last week. Absolutely gutted that.
Please, no spoilers.
That
No
was
spoilers.
yeah.
Haven't
Well,
watched the last
you know,
season yet.
it was canned, so that's what I'm gutted about. I'm
Well,
gutted it's been
I
canned.
didn't actually, but now it is.
yeah, it's canned.
That's a shame.
Had they run out of books to cover though? Is that why they canned it?
No, it was down to cost.
Audience, yeah.
I can only assume that something else shiny came on, and viewership got through the floor, and they kind of went, do you know what?
It was, to be honest, the problem was the viewership from the beginning. So the
was
first
it?
two seasons had big budgets, and then they didn't pull in the audience, and that's why it disappeared from Netflix, and Amazon picked it up for the following seasons. But the budgets took a big cut, which is why the latter seasons visually aren't quite as impressive. They're still good, but they're not as good as the first couple. And it never really pulled in the audience to the extent that they wanted to. I think it did its job, but nothing more.
Yeah, I just
It's people like me that just know they got around to watching it, even though they really enjoyed the first season.
Oh
Yeah, it's like me, I
I'm
haven't.
massive catch up on it. I've watched like back to back 4 seasons. I was like,
It's on my list of when I've got some time off and I'm just sat in my pants. I love like 2 or 3 seasons.
If you enjoy The Expanse, you should watch Foundation as well.
I started watching that Asimov, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Asimov, exactly.
So the
right.
Expanse is where they're on the they end up on the what's the ship that they have? It's like it's disguised as a mining ship, but it's really heavily armed gunship.
The Rocinante.
The Rocinante, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they bounty hunters in that? They're not, are they?
no,
No.
No, that was Killjoys.
yeah, that was Killjoys. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're kind of an asteroid mining, like a water mining crew for
That's
the
right, yeah.
Belters originally, and then find themselves caught between stuff, and ultimately escalates from there. The Expanse is super.
I get a massive, apart from the, there aren't any. Well, they're all humans, aren't they? But I get a massive Eve vibe out of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's because it's science fiction. It's based on a possible potential future with, the technology isn't so far removed. I mean, it's not like space wizards and lasers, right?
Yeah.
Like Star Wars.
Yeah,
It's,
I love, the way the ships operate as well.
Mm.
It's
well, the way they burn and move and turn.
using inertia and all that kind of good stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is really cool. I like this.
Yeah, when
Which is Eve, isn't it? So
yeah, we only picked up Expanse after lockdown had started, and we blitzed it. It's absolutely fantastic.
All right, gentlemen, we are live.
We are. Oh dear.
So before we kick off tonight, I just want to show you something, everybody.
I've heard that one before.
So this is a map that I created in about 5 minutes and exported from Dungeon Alchemy that's just launched on Steam. So the Kickstarter's just come to fruition. So essentially, apparently it's AI generated, so they build the map and then you can drop your own little objects and stuff on the map. It does it really, really quickly. It's actually really clever. It's quite impressed.
Looks great.
Yeah, I got that. I got that link for my edition as well.
You can randomize the you can set the rooms for then just randomize them, can't you? I was watching the thingy for it. It looks quite cool.
Yeah, and so you can put doors in and stuff like that. And it's actually really, really. I was quite surprised. I did that in about 5 minutes without really thinking about what I was doing.
I think when they get to non-square corridors and caves and stuff like that, I think it'll be even better for sure. And you could do outside and stuff like that, can't you? But
yeah,
it looks really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think this is one of the things which I noticed with the one you shared earlier as well, Guy. Was they were kind of like, okay, yeah, you can do all of these bits and pieces. Yeah, you could do all this stuff, and it was like it seemed like they were having to change each little tile, flip it around, rotate it, and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but Dungeon Alchemist is just going to like smash out maps so quickly, and that's what you need when you're
sure.
You don't want to be having to handcraft every single dungeon
sure
or whatever.
They'll do that kind of thing though in the thing that I linked. I mean, it'd be crazy not to.
No, yeah. But yeah, like I say, I think really needs AR glasses to be consumer and like friendly instead of clunky.
Yep, completely agree.
Like about this, when I was doing it,
that future for AR glasses.
Yeah,
Oh god,
fantastic.
Not that far away.
D&D with the AR glasses would be awesome.
Yes.
The only thing I didn't like about this was the fact that the 2 randomly generated rooms created wells, and that didn't work for me. But it was just
quite easily select the well and delete it, though, can't you? If you don't like a bit.
I think so. I didn't get that far in play,
Or
but I just thought
you can just click on the room and click random again, and it's like the little thing in. It'll just took different room in.
Yeah, I'd say I was only playing for about 5 minutes, and just to see how the export and import into Foundry works. So it imports with all the walls intact as well. So I'm going to build a few maps based on whatever we need using this to see how well they come out.
Yeah, I think automatic walls is a killer app already.
Yeah,
it's so annoying having to draw the
See, I don't have the issues that you guys seem to have with Foundry walls. I'm quite happy with them.
No, I get. I have a problem with repetitive actions. I get wound up, and I can feel myself getting really wound up doing the same thing over and over again. And so, really big, like if we look at if we go back to our map for tonight, which I think is this map.
Going around doing all the walls on the circular caves, yeah.
It really winds me up, and I find myself getting really, really stressed doing it, and I have to kind of walk away after about half an hour of doing walls because I can't cope.
Just put them on the other screen and just do it slowly.
Yeah, that's what I need to think about. All right, guys. So let's recap. Where are we? Why are we where we are? So,
what have we done to deserve it?
2 sessions ago, you'd finished the fight in Broken Spire Keep, and in exploring that, you had discovered in the bedchamber of what you think is the Cleric Ranch Fuss, you had discovered a secret passageway. A secret passageway led to a rather nice hole in the ground that went down quite a long way, close to 100 or so feet, if I remember rightly, to a very circular chamber that was heading very slightly downwards. You followed this and have followed it for a good sort of, I think, close to 6 or 7 hours now, passing through a number of sort of natural features that have posed some challenge, not major challenge. And then you've come to this very large cave, following what you think is orc footprint across these stepping stones. Jet had headed off first, starting to cross these stepping stones, but unfortunately he'd allowed his foot to trail into the very still but very cold lake.
Silly
and within 10-15 seconds, the water had burst out. Out from the water had burst what looks like a giant sea serpent.
Bloody hell, Jet! For God's
I
sake!
know, it's terrible, isn't it?
You can't take him anywhere.
I know.
And
Did we roll
with that,
initiative or not? We didn't.
and with that, we are rolling for initiative now.
Yay!
The plucky young sea serpent. Number 1.
Ooh, it's all
That's disturbing news.
right.
Who haven't we got? Jet hasn't got onto the combat
Very
tracker
laggy,
yet.
sorry. Let me just.
You were laggy last week, Jet.
I know, it's very strange what's going on.
Nice roll, though.
Is
Yeah, of
Kingston kind of,
It's not been too bad just recently.
They're normally okay, though. I mean, let's face it, they've got the monopoly there, so.
I've got nothing open apart from Chrome and Discord. Yeah. Okay.
well,
You're allowed to say that on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
what's that?
Nothing.
What? I've just
No, no.
There's a link to our games on there.
Top of the round, Jet. You immediately, you can immediately respond to this thing bursting out of the water.
Ooh,
Run away.
I was just thinking.
I can't see it.
Right. I was wondering whether I can. Oh, I'm just going to fire an arrow at it. Sod it.
Whoops.
Why not?
Why not? It's there. It's appeared. It's underground. It'd be nasty.
Oh, geez, he rolled well.
Okay.
Nice.
So we'll take that for the
Oh,
first
that's right.
shot,
I can't see it. So I'm in freedom range.
and then we'll do the second. Oop, that's not so good. And we might as well close that down. Right, I'm just going to end my turn there.
We are on pause, Dad. Unless it's just me.
No, you are right. We are on pause. And I'm lagging really badly.
Yeah, I'm gonna reload this this particular screen.
The icons are flashing on the combat tracker on my.
It just
mine.
stopped for me.
Okay. Look at that table service.
Oh, no. She just showed me
Did
how
you
Washington.
break the game, Jet, when you shot the arrow?
No, it might have been me that broke the game, actually.
I shouldn't be able to move, should I? I just moved.
Yeah, you can move.
It's not my turn.
No. But you can move. Okay, Jet, anything else?
Yeah.
Second arrow misses.
Oh, that's better. It's not as laggy now. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
I bet it goes laggy again.
Just click
Yeah,
on.
I'm getting the link.
How's yes?
Thingies
Yeah.
again.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's all flashing as all the different icons.
Right, so I know what's causing it to lag.
Going to end turn.
Yes, please. If you can.
I've clicked on
Oh,
end turn.
thanks, Merly, for following.
Merly?
Hey, what's
Oh, hey, Melly.
Oh, I
Oh.
posted on my Facebook page that you'd gone live. Maybe you saw it.
Right, so I know what's causing it to lag, and it is the actual monster, because I imported it through something, and I'm suspecting the import has broken, or is using stuff that isn't really compatible, so I need to refresh the game. Okay, so this is going to be a fun fight. All right, that should have fixed it again. Okay, so... Okay, and you stay where you are, Jet, or are you done?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Stay where you are.
Yeah.
Okay. It fixes its eyes upon you, Mr. Jet. And need to zoom in so I can see the distance. It snaps at you with its mouth. Misses.
That's quite the lunge.
Jammy git. And then its tail flicks out and tries to wrap around you, tries to hit you.
Can't see anything in the light there. I can see up to about 10 foot, 15 foot in front of Jet, but is it closer than that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Interestingly, this thing lunges at you and then flicks its tail at you, missing both times, and then kind of swirls back with frustration. It's going to... move to there, I think.
There we go.
Damn, that thing's ugly.
Yeah, it'll move to there for a moment. Okay, Rage, you're up.
Okay. I will. Well, I'm going to rage, just in case I get hit. In case I get hit. And I will. I will be using the Javelin of Lightning, please, and attacking it.
Oh, go for it.
How do I rotate again? Oh, bollocks.
Middle mouse button.
You're throwing it at Kelgar.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the my push to talk must activate it. So I'm going to cancel that if I can.
Let me delete it and you can start again.
What did we say it was to rotate again? Sorry.
Middle mouse button.
Middle mouse. Oh, that's awkward.
Hey, Jet, when you shot it, did it do full damage?
You know you've got.
He's AFK. Yes, he did.
Oh,
as
yeah,
far as you can tell, it did, yes.
You know you've got Cal targeted as well.
He doesn't anymore.
Ah,
For some reason, it's targeted him again. It's targeted everybody.
Yeah, it's where he's placing the template. Like that. Roll your damage. Oh, roll to hit first.
That's a beautiful effect. Oh, behave.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'll be using inspiration on that, I think. Although it still gets the 4d6, but I want to hit it.
God, the thing's gone off.
Right, re-roll from an inspiration point of view. It is a very nice effect, isn't it?
So, yes.
18 will hit. Roll your damage.
Ooh.
Okay. It gets a dex save, doesn't it?
Against lightning, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah. DC 13 dex.
DC 13, yeah.
Which it makes. So it's going to take 6 points of damage from the lightning and 2 plus 3, 5 points of damage from the javelin itself. So that's 11 plus your divine fury. Roll that.
Surely lightning in water, something must be a disadvantage for him, right?
Sadly, it's not that complicated.
Balls.
16 points of damage.
And second attack, I will throw a normal javelin.
Okay, no worries. Hit
For cock damage.
6 points of damage. Okay.
Looking rough.
It's fine.
Well, Kelgar is going to start playing, and we'll start off with some Rush 2112. Right. Channeling this energy into a hex on the creature first.
Okay.
What are you hexing?
It's kind of default strength. Yeah, it's hex for strength.
See all these measuring lines flicking out towards the creature.
Okay.
And then I will follow that up with Eldritch Blast.
Cool, go for it. That will hit and roll your damage.
Wow, snake eyes.
Minimum
Snake
damage.
eyes.
Nice. Okay. Second Eldritch Blast. This is.
Sometimes.
All right.
I shall carry on playing.
Ember, you're up.
Hello. Ooh.
Actually, sorry, was this a rock? Just down 2 squares to the left, raised up, or?
I'm going to move behind Kelgar.
Given rage through the javelin through that rock, then no, it's not blocking line of sight.
Just going to jump up on it, the platform, to play my music.
It's probably maybe a foot, 2 foot off the ground. Not enough to prevent you from being hit or give you any real cover.
Okay, no, just want to, stand on a platform and play.
And play, okay. Ember, what are you doing?
Well,
Which may affect where Ember wants to move.
I was there, but I was moving behind Kelgar.
I'm not bullet shield.
Going moving behind Medistra. I'm gonna hide.
Missed your step.
Where is my? Oh, God's sake! What? I was keep losing it.
Okay.
And then I will. Oh, hang on. I will pop here and then shoot it with my hand crossbow. My new hand crossbow.
Which has what, a 30-foot range?
Yeah.
And you're 30. Yeah, okay, you're 30 foot. Okay. All right. Hits.
Can I use my sneak attack?
Well, you're not hidden anymore. Don't know what else you've got.
Because I stepped out from behind Medistra through it. Oh well. I don't think I can because I have to be standing next to it, I think.
Yeah, you have to be stood next to it.
Yeah.
It's not distracted by anything else. So.
Yeah. Rage,
Okay.
go swim. Go swim.
I think not.
Yes, jump in the water with it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Aren't you made of wood?
Anything else, Ember?
Nah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. L'Oreal.
What, like a witch?
A question: how do I think web would interact with this environment, given that it's in water? The web's going to sink, isn't it?
It's not
Would
really
it just dissipate?
Well, magic. No, I mean, the reality is it will do what it's supposed to do, because 5th edition is not complex enough to make that distinction between what happens if you do something in or out of water.
I mean, just for reference, if I'll read the web description, or actually I can probably link it, can't I? How do I do that off of here? Apologies, give me 2 secs. Can never find. Because I'm not in the spellbook. That'd help, wouldn't it? How do you link it from?
You just click it and it appears in the chat.
I'm not going to cast it though.
No, click the text, not the dice.
Yeah, but how do you link the text? I don't know. I've left. I can left click on it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Doesn't manage to do it anyway. Yeah, so it's the second paragraph really.
Yeah. Okay. So that's It will collapse.
Really,
it will collapse in on itself then, because you've got nothing to anchor.
So, yeah, on a floor it would obviously just lie.
Unless you can anchor it between these pieces of rock that are stuck out in the water.
It's probably not quite. Well, I can.
20-foot cube. Yeah, it's not going to be big enough.
Not to cover the creature and attach that. Okay, that's fine. In which case, I will fall back on a bit of a more reliable approach, and I will consider my allies and die, and I will cast a bless spell in order to give us a little bit more advantage against this thing. Looking at the team, I don't think anyone's keen to leap into the water with it. So
it depends how deep it is. How deep does it look?
You have no idea.
That's the thing.
It looks black.
If it wasn't that deep,
right?
if it wasn't that deep, I'd be in there.
It looks black, but you don't know how deep.
Look at the size of the thing. It's going to be deep.
Push somebody and find out.
So I cast Bless on myself, Medistra, Kurgan, and Kelgar.
Okay. Everybody make a note that you got Bless on you.
I believe that is my action for the round. I haven't got a bonus action. I will.
Use your mage hand to see how deep it is.
I don't think that will help. Looking at this thing, I decide to move a little bit further up the bank. My turn.
Okay. Medistra, you're up.
Mine's really straightforward. I've seen this huge creature burst out of the water and try to attack Jet. I'm going to fire my Eldritch Blasts. So,
okay.
Celesti in Spiritu and target. Number 1. Oh, I need to add 1d4 to this, don't I now?
You don't need to. You can do.
Yeah, I'm going to just for fun.
Okay.
I think it's already adding the d4 by the looks of it.
Twice.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. Let's have a look what you would have rolled.
Sorry.
Take 2 off that 19, still hit. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so your Eldritch Blast slams into it. It rolls in agony. Second Eldritch Blast.
Same one.
Second Eldritch Blast unfortunately misses.
Oh, And with that, I'm going to move behind Dart.
You do realise you have to crouch very, very low to get below me.
It's a,
Principal Amber.
He's not
It's a
hiding.
principle.
He's just stepping behind you.
yeah. My knees are now safe.
Kurgan, you're up.
All right. So. Yeah, I'm just going to hold up the axe half above my head and 3 lines of fire shooting out. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
No. Oh,
Oh, that's some good blesses back again.
All the dice.
I think
Want
that's.
the fudge?
I think that's the broken bless that's back again, isn't it?
yeah.
The gods are just with us.
Okay.
What did the
Hold on,
20
let's disseminate this. 10 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. Right, so your first Scorching Ray hits.
Okay, so that's the first one. Second one. How should I do this?
Just
I'll
do it normal because I've taken bless off you now. So just add a 1d4.
Let's do that. And that. Can I do it like that?
Yeah, that's fine. That hits.
Um,
Roll your damage.
Shit. Hang on, I can't remember what damage is on
I think when you cast it,
Yeah.
Guy, you can just type 1d4 in the bonuses box.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you? 2d6, isn't it, from memory? Do that. Nope, no, that's from.
Is that what that was?
Five.
You got +1 on that, haven't you?
Have I?
You have
Right.
above. When you actually cast it, it says 2d6 and it's got +1 at the end.
Okay, and then third one. Plus 1d4, you said, right? Yeah, because the bless.
It is, yeah.
Hits. Roll your damage.
I'm claiming the bless on that.
I did all right.
Okay.
And then we are just going to take a step back. There you go. And that is the end of Kurgan's turn.
All right.
Kill it, Jet. Kill it.
Kill it.
Jet,
No
you're up.
pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna unleash a couple of arrows at this creature.
Okay.
So I'll fire off the first one, which is looking like a hit.
That is a hit.
So we will. Okay, I'll
Okay.
take that. Second
Nice.
attack. Let's hope I hit with this one.
Misses.
No. So I'm going to use the action surge if I can find it.
Okay.
Let me see where I can find it. Hold on. Action surge. Click on their usability. Okay. So the first of the arrows from the action surge. Okay. So okay, we'll take that. And then the second arrow. Ooh. Oh, good.
Hits.
Yeah, should be good.
So I'll click on that one. Yeah, we'll take that as well. And then I will click on end turn. There we go. I'll stay where I am. Shooting
problem.
arrows. Where's
Okay.
the... I need to make a note of the arrows I've been firing.
Comes to here.
They normally come out of your infantry.
Yeah, well, it's just when you reclaim them later. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, right. Yep.
So I need to know what I've been firing.
Oh, that's not good.
A bit right.
What the hell? I'm being targeted.
See these little red dots moving around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out maximum carnage.
Towards Ember, I'd have said.
No.
Come on.
That's why I didn't move.
I'm protecting Medi.
I had a feeling.
Only Ember can save me now.
Well, I've got to do something. So it is going to breathe.
Roll a dice.
No, it's going to breathe.
Not a spell, is it? Is it a breath weapon from memory?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's gonna do.
So, this is going to hurt.
It's not a spell, right?
It is a breath weapon,
Which is not a spell.
which is not a spell. No.
I want to check that. If not, I'm counterspelling the hell out of it. I'm fairly sure.
No, you can't. No, you can't
Yeah.
counterspell a breath weapon, unfortunately.
I thought.
Okay, those of you
Ability
affected
as opposed to-
need to be rolling a dexterity saving throw, please. Constitution saving throw, please. Kurgan. Oh dear.
You can add a D4.
Yes.
You are
That's all right.
blessed.
10 plus 13.
Okay, 30. Okay. Ember.
The Constitution saving through.
Okay, you make it.
You've got 2D4 on there because your bless is already working, Matty.
Oh God, yes. Sorry.
Hold on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me just
Just
have a
take
look.
2 off it. It still loads, so you don't
Yeah.
need to.
Okay. Right.
Take
So
4 off it. I think you're fine.
Kurgan, you'll take 29 points of cold damage.
I told you to hide behind Ember.
Ember, you will take 14 points of cold damage, and so will you, Medistra.
Shouldn't I get that halved because of if it's
And then
a
half
weapon?
to gain, I think.
Because I can use my
If you
reaction.
want to use your reaction.
Yeah, you have to say you're using it though. So
I'll
I
be
am
using
using
Hellish
it.
Rebuke in a second.
Stand next to you.
Okay, uncanny dodge, you're using, yeah?
Yeah, that should carve it again, shouldn't it?
Right. Can you see the creature?
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. You can use it.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you'll take 7 damage. Medi will take 14, and Kurgan will take 29. You'll need to adjust it manually.
Zed, I'd like to take Uncanny Dodge as well.
Do you have uncanny dodge, or are you just wishful thinking?
Very wishful thinking. I've dual
Okay.
classed into a rogue, actually.
And Medistra, are you hellish rebuking that?
Oh, I am indeed, yes.
Go for it.
Oh, damn it, that hurt.
Now this is my free one. This. So I cast it, but I don't use my. Oh no, that's once a day, isn't it? So here we go. Sorry.
Yeah, you should have 2 entries of the spell, I would have thought.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
Plucky. It fails its saving throw, takes 5 more points of damage, which it has done. It then goes 5, 10, and then disappears underwater.
Well, fuck.
Bugger. Do we go on or do we go back? Will it come up again?
Well, combat's not finished. I've not declared combat over.
What do you think, Medi?
Rage, you're up.
is it visible at all beneath the water, or is it just completely gone from sight?
Completely gone from sight.
Mm-hmm. I can't reach it. I'm going to have to hold my action
Okay.
for it to come back up.
All right.
And basically, I'll have 2 javelins, one in each hand, ready to
Throw at it, yeah.
throw. Yeah.
Kelgar.
Yeah, I'm in a similar predicament, I think.
With your hex, does your hex allow you to work out where the target is? Because I know
think so.
the ranger equivalent does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just gives you advantage on tracking and stuff like that. I don't think it shows you where it is.
No, I thought it allows you to sense if it's still alive. The Rangers version.
Oh, maybe. I didn't think it gave you like direct.
Oh, don't tell me it's going to die in the water. When we'd loot it.
There's very little chance of it dying at the moment, but
yeah, no, it doesn't specifically say you can sense whether your target's still alive. I mean, your hex hasn't dropped, and I would guess you would know if it had.
Presumably. Okay, I shall carry on playing for the moment. Can I hold my action? Do you need to specify the specific action which I would
Absolutely, please.
Okay, whilst playing, I draw a wand from my pouch, belt, utility belt.
Oh, you go for a one-handed solo.
Indeed.
Okay. A wand of paralysis, I take it.
Yes, as opposed to the other wand.
All right. Ember?
Hello. I'm gonna move here. Whoops. I don't know. Move here next to Kurgan, and then I'm going to smear some ointment on his wounds with this.
Okay. Kurgan, Ember comes at you with some cream on her hands, and she's about to rub it in your face.
Though we've spoken about this before, it's not happening.
What is it? Keegan's ointment.
How do I put it on the chat thingy?
I was trying to figure that out still.
Hold on, let me have a look.
I'm trying to put it on the. Put it up on the.
Isn't it right click?
You hit the info. If you expand it and hit the info button, it appears.
All right. There we go.
There you go.
I've got 3. I think it's 3 doses.
Yeah. So you're gonna use a dose?
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to give Kurgan a dose.
So target Kurgan.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And then actually use a dose. So click on.
Wait, it says 1d. Oh, it contains 1d4 plus 1 doses.
Also
Correct.
removes poison and disease.
Do I roll that first to tell me how many I've got of the dose?
No, because I know how many you had.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah, you had exactly as you said. You had 3 doses.
Okay, so I just roll this.
Yeah, you've got 3 of 3 uses. If you actually physically use it. So
don't forget to add a 2 to that.
So if you click on it, so if you actually click on the icon next to the name, Dart.
Wait, what?
Oh, it did.
So click on the icon next to the name.
Oh.
It will ask you if you want to use the ability. You say yes, and that will reduce one of your doses and will apply the effect on your target.
Okay, got it.
But I don't need to do anything manually.
No.
There you go.
So there you go.
I just gently rub it in his wounds.
Not too gently.
No, Ox like it rough.
Yes, well, he hits you with a stick.
That's my action.
That's your action.
Take this shit to another room, I think.
And then I'll move over here behind Kurgan and Stealth.
Okay. Go for it. 18, no problem. All right, L'Oreala.
Tricky. I will hold an action to, let's say, probably Toll the Dead if a sea serpent-like creature comes to the surface and attacks us.
Okay. No
I
problem.
may also slightly back away.
Just
Medistra.
a quick question. Did we have a long rest before we set out down here? Or was it a short rest?
You had a long rest back in the castle.
That's
You
right.
haven't had a long rest since.
No, that's fine. It's just that my healing light's only shown us 2 uses of 2 for some strange reason.
Is it? So we had a long rest, but it wasn't a day reset.
It wasn't a day reset. No.
Correct.
Right. So sorry. I'm going to move to L'Oreal there, and I'm going to do the same thing, but with my Eldritch Blast. I'm going to just train it on the water. If anything breaks the surface, it's getting a mouthful of Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Okay.
Can I describe something and you tell me if I can do it or not, Zed?
Sure.
What I'm thinking about doing is running to the water's edge, so somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Casting Detect Thoughts. It's only 30. Yeah, it's 30, so that's going to be out to there. And if I can see anything, I want to throw it. If I can detect anything, I want to throw a stone into the water so people know where it is.
Okay. I don't see why not.
Thought you might say that. Okay. So I will move to there, cast Detect Thoughts, which is a range of 30, right? So that'll take me out to...
Does it have an opposed test, or does it automatically give you surface thoughts?
It automatically gives me surface thoughts, he says, without checking.
I think
you're right, Guy.
Yeah, because we had this discussion last week, and I think they get a save if it goes anything more than that.
Yeah, if I want to dive deeper. So
right.
you can also
so,
use this detect.
So you need to just look at the wording of Detect Thoughts. You can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet.
You can also use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
Oh. Okay.
When you cast the spell or as your action during duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. It can penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of metal, blah, 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 blah. So yes, basically, if it is within 30 feet of me now, I can detect its thoughts and I know where it is.
It is under the water, swimming downwards.
Okay.
Technically, it's out of your range, but I'm going to let you get a sense of it.
Okay. Can I chuck a stone from the shore to the point where it is descending?
Sure. Give me a dexterity check.
I'll go well. Oh, there you go. I know exactly where the fucker is.
There is a plop there as a stone goes arcing into the water.
All right.
And you all do see that because it's within... Oh. It's dim light. So anybody wants to see where that is, who is rolling with disadvantage to spot it.
With dark vision, dim light's bright.
Dark vision, dim light is bright. Yeah, you're right. So something like rage can hear it, but won't necessarily be able to see it without looking for it.
I think I can see where it is.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Would you let me dive deeper on the detect thoughts as well?
Not if you want to throw your stone.
No, I'll throw the stone and leave it at that.
But detect thought lasts for 30 minutes, for a minute, doesn't it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Because you're physically casting the spell.
Let me have a look. Duration 1 minute. Yes.
Concentration for 1 minute, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like this bunch of numpties all grouped up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and move to somewhere like...
No, go away.
5, 10... no, 15 there. Right.
Just and I are over here to have a low density area.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the arm to hit Harlow.
It's over there.
All right, Jet, you're up.
Okay. Would I have seen that stone plopping into
You'll
the water?
see where the stone is, but did Kurgan yell out what he was doing?
No, I
Yes.
didn't. Oh,
Yeah, I did.
No, you did.
I said it's over there.
Okay.
It's the last thing I did.
All right.
I'm going to scan the water, particularly around where that stone dropped,
Yeah.
looking for like swales in the water to see if there's
None
any movement.
whatsoever.
I'll notch an arrow, and I will wait for any. If it reappears, I'm going to fire an arrow. So I will hold my action.
Okay. Nothing happens. So, just to avoid us sitting here for the next 20 minutes going round and round and round in combat, the thing has withdrawn and is unlikely to come out for a while.
Oh, Rage, do you want to use my oilless slipperiness?
I think we scared it off.
Because
I
that
think-
means you can fight underwater.
Could we bait it? Maybe throw
I can
Ember into the water and see if it comes back up.
kind of fight underwater anyway.
We could just move on. If it's been scared away, we could cross this pool and be done with it.
Yes, but
I'm not convinced it has been scared away. I think it is lying in wait for us.
Yeah, I agree. Especially when we're going across these rocks and we're spread out.
it was definitely hurting when it went down, though.
Well, why not one of us go across at a time while the others cover?
Yeah,
sounds like a plan.
I agree.
Holy shit, what's going on?
When it went down, did it still have the javelin of lightning stuck in it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not leaving this room.
Well, how do we bait it out then?
Well, not chicken Rage down there, because last time that happened, we lost him to a different world.
No, but we could throw somebody in with a rope tied around them as bait.
Otherwise known as a Rage.
Something small.
You're terrible.
I just bloody healed you.
Yeah, I would suggest people heal if they can.
I'm trying to link.
Distro, would you come here a moment?
The thingy.
Zed, can I use the opportunity to cast a Cure Wounds on myself?
I'm just about to tend to you.
We are
Hang on.
we are ending combat, but I'm not yet awarding you XP. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to target you. Alt. There we go. I will cast a Q Wounds at level 1, twinned to cover Medistra and Kurgan.
I might end up curing wounds as well on myself. I think. See how this.
See what I roll.
Yes, exactly right. I was down to 3 hit points in that one blast.
Wow.
8 each.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, now I'm going to be casting Cure Wounds on myself.
Is that what you said? You said ploof instead of splash.
Yes, that's why you didn't hear it. It's because I said.
We're all just
you
kind
said
of like.
poof. I thought you said puff for some reason. Like puff, it's like puffed up with water. So I was like, I would just passed over it.
It says the freedom of movement spell, finally being underwater imposes no penalties on attack or movement.
Which is good to know because he would be fighting with disadvantage.
How wounded are you looking, Kurgan?
I'm all right now. I'm fine.
Yeah, I healed him good.
Thank you, both of you. Even you, Ember.
Right, so
But gives him a quizzical look.
we can't just wait here because.
Why don't we just jump across the rocks?
No,
yeah,
I
agree.
We'll go across the rocks and maybe it'll come up again.
Can I try and jump across to the next rock? Did you want some kind of like acrobatics or strength?
Of course I do.
Is anyone able to heal the 7 damage I took by the way?
What's your strength?
It's 10.
So you can jump 5 feet without a running jump automatically.
Right, so it's going to be a jump and a swim, then, isn't it?
No, you can make it. I would say you can make it just.
Okay, I shall jump across then.
Kalgar is continuing to hold the wand at the ready.
Move across them.
Sign of any serpentine-like things bursting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to hold a fire bolt.
I'll leave it there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stop and scan the water again to see if I can see any movement. And wait to see what the rest of the party does.
I was going to say, I think we take it as a given. While this is happening, I'm going to be training Eldritch Blast at the water all the time.
Okay.
Right. I can't see how far you are from the other side there, Jet. How far have you got to go?
There's quite a distance to go from where I am. It's probably at least the same again, maybe a little bit more.
Okay, so if you're halfway across, I'll start coming across, and when I get halfway across,
Hold on a moment. If we want to lure this creature back, perhaps Medistra, Kurgan, do you help me? Are you able to create a spectral hand?
Unfortunately, that's one thing I cannot do.
I mean, I've got my mage hand.
Are there rocks on the side here big enough? Which we
Are you able to create ripples on the surface of the water?
Oh, I certainly could.
I kind of think for a moment and then kind of staring out into the water over here somewhere, I project the image of like a fish that seems to be struggling.
Okay.
On the surface of the water. A reasonably large one.
Slap it as hard as I can with mage hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to create some little tremors on the water.
Okay. All right.
Perhaps we should dull the lights a little. I'm trying to make a tasty snack with the addition of sound effects from my companions.
Can I just walk across these rocks?
Yeah. You can jump across if you wish to.
Jump. Oh.
How far can? What's your strength?
8.
So you can only jump 4 feet without a running jump, and then with a running jump, you can jump 8 feet.
Yeah, it's 8 feet.
So you get a running jump from there to there, no problem. You're not going to be able to get a 10-foot running jump for the rest of your movement. So
How do I move myself out of alignment with the grids?
Hold shift, I think.
Shift.
Oh, there we go. Am I targeting myself? Okay,
When
so the next one
I'm kind of moving the fish around, I'm just moving it around this area.
Can I?
Same with the mage hand. Following it.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. I guess that's what you're doing at the moment. There doesn't seem to be any reaction from anything in the water.
Do you know what I might do? In fact, I'm going to cast light on a stone. I'm going to give it to Kurgan to throw into the water where this thing went down.
Okay.
I can't ping the map for some reason.
Right click, hold it down.
Left click.
Oh, left click, sorry.
Yeah, doing that, nothing's happening.
Do it more.
May want to refresh your browser.
Yeah, refresh your browser if that's happening.
Okay, I'll send Mage Hand over to Medi and pick up the stone. Take it back to where we last saw.
Okay.
The thing. The beastie. What you always do, Medi, just drop it.
Just drop it, yeah. Yeah, I kind of figure it's gone down to the dark. Light might bring it up.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. For a brief second or two, the water is illuminated, and then the glow seems to dissipate.
It's pretty fucking
It's sunk out.
What is it? Yeah.
Can I use my acrobatics to jump to this little rock and then onto the big rock?
Yeah, that's fine. You can. Yeah, you can. Of course, you can.
I think it also answers the question: does this thing live here? And perhaps no. Maybe it just comes to visit.
Okay. Your leg catches the water as you jump across, It is very cold.
Ow.
Like
No.
skin prick cold.
So do I take damage?
No damage.
Okay.
But you don't think you would want to be submerged in that water for very long.
Yeah, okay. Chet, you're in the way. Oh wow, it's really long, this line of rocks.
It is.
Oh, I can move through him anyway because I'm short.
Yeah, you can move through them.
I guess this is a mechanical question. I don't know how super cold water affects you. I'd assume at some point it starts becoming a problem, but after how long? Would I
You
just
don't
have
know.
to try? Yeah.
You would just have to try.
You want me to throw you, Ember?
Yes, please.
I'll pick Ember up, and then I will try and throw her to the next rock.
What's your strength?
To the big rock.
she's better trying to.
What was that? I missed that.
Long as she doesn't say, not the beard.
Okay. Jet, give me a strength roll, please.
Question is, how far could you throw a 10-year-old?
Very far.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll go find out.
Sorry,
10-year-olds probably taller than me.
I'm going to roll
I'm more
normal.
toddler size.
Yeah, give me a
aren't I?
strength roll. 17.
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
You can throw Ember 7 feet.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which doesn't make
Actually,
it to the rock.
that's less than my running jump.
I'm more worried about how she's going to land at the other side because being thrown.
First.
Completely different than jumping.
Yeah.
Okay, Ember.
What direction? Let's have some scatter.
Sadly, Ember, you miss the rock by a foot and go straight into the water. You are submerged by the water. It is ice cold. Can I get a con save from you, please?
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh, that's not much better.
Okay.
Inspiration?
Yeah, I'll go inspiration.
Okay, go for inspiration. Double check my note.
You're fucked.
I can use it on saving throws, can't I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your breath is knocked out from you, and you take in a mouthful of water. The effect is such that you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Wow.
That's brutal.
On top of the fact you stayed up all night as well last night. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
you
give
already
him a
put it
level.
on me.
Yeah, I've just given you a level of exhaustion. You can drag yourself out onto the next rock. That is freaking cold.
Well, there goes a plan that I had.
Oh, I can't get over the rest of those rocks. That's too far.
No spelunking.
How the hell did the bandits get across?
Careful.
You don't know.
They're stronger.
Maybe some
Longer,
plants.
bigger,
They don't have elves throwing them.
You physically don't know.
Maybe it's got a boat at the other end.
Well,
Yeah,
jump the last one we went. There were those poles you could use to go over them. Maybe there's something here.
Sticking my maul into the one of my mauls into the edge of the water here. How deep is it?
That deep.
Can I have a
About half. It's about half the shaft depth of your maul.
Yeah, you know, around the rocks they've got that
No, it's actually
this stuff.
about 3 foot.
About 3
Is
foot.
that like just for effect, or is that like?
Say again. Say again.
You know, the rocks have all got the little things around the outside of them.
Yeah.
Is that just to mean it's shallow, or does that mean it's just ripples or whatever?
let's just say you went 3 feet underwater and hit a ledge.
Okay.
Yes. So to answer the question, the small squiggly line inside the main thick black line that denotes the lake is the shallow part of the lake.
Oh, so you could walk across it pretty much if you were.
Yeah, you could walk across it, but as you know, walking across did trigger disturbing the water triggered the serpent's attack.
Yeah.
Now it hasn't re-attacked at the moment. Anybody with Arcana trained, give me a roll.
That should be me from memory.
Oh.
God, fucking ass butt.
5, 6, 7.
Nobody knows shit.
See, sometimes this is what I hate about D&D, right? It's an arbitrary fail or pass.
Pass.
You all think
A pass fail.
you all think that you gave them such a battering that it's probably not used to that kind of battering. And you may have a window of opportunity to just run across the shallow part of this lake without jumping from stone to stone. How long that opportunity is, you don't know.
I start running. I do have to jump across that bit because that's the.
Well, so you don't. I've told you mechanically what it is, but your character doesn't know that. So you would either jump or start running. It's your choice.
Well, only because there's a gap here.
Yeah, but your character doesn't know that because you can't see into the water.
Oh, good point. That's true. So if I start running, I'll just be.
So if you started running, you were disappearing. Yes.
I use Mage Hand to start throwing lots of stones in around, kind of this area near where the stones are. I want to try and see if I can kind of simulate footfalls in the water by dropping stones in. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I've still got my light on, so I should be able to see, shouldn't I?
The light's not penetrating the water.
Oh, okay.
It's quite dark water.
So I'll just start dropping stones in.
Well, actually, it would be incredibly blue water, to be honest.
But to be fair, light just reflects anywhere off water.
Yeah.
Are you trying to simulate somebody falling in, Kurgan?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I want him to think that there is something weakened or slow or something like
Create
that.
an image of Ember where you're making the splashing.
Wait, if
we could just use Ember.
If the water is 3 foot deep, but then shallow bit, I'm still going to be head under.
How tall are you?
About 4 feet, probably.
So you'll be up to about here on you then.
Yeah.
It'll be cold.
And it'd be too cold. Can somebody carry me on their shoulders, please?
I can see a pattern forming here.
Alright, I'm not going to move then.
I'll jump across.
Does the coldness of the water affect Rage?
Yes, I can just breathe under it.
The cold affects him.
Right, sorry. Yeah.
The cold will affect me.
Yeah, the cold will affect him, but he can breathe underwater.
Well, he doesn't breathe, right?
He doesn't breathe. I mean, he could theoretically throw himself in, and as long as he makes his con saves, he will not be affected by the cold.
There goes my idea of Rage carrying us all across.
So I think it's about 8 foot from the shore to that first rock. So I can jump that. Or I could take a run up and jump.
You can take I assume there's plenty of space to take a run up and jump, to be honest.
I'm going to tell the rest of the group that there's only about 3 feet of water around the rocks, so I think you can probably walk across it.
We have somebody go over the other side and look to see if there's a boat or some other way of doing this, because the bandits can't be doing what we're doing every time. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
but the boat would be causing the monster to come out of the water and attack them.
Maybe not. Maybe it's a magic, silent, floaty boat.
Maybe they're riding the monster.
Maybe they're riding the monster.
Maybe they have flight.
So I'll be using the maul to feel out where it's deep, and then I'll just be.
It's fluctuating. It's between 2 and 3 feet deep around the rocks.
I could have used that quarterstaff I got rid of, couldn't I?
You could have.
Although that's the same height as me.
And I guess the rest of us can see Rage going through, so we know how deep it's going to be. We just follow in his footsteps if we're going to cross.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nothing's happening. Nothing.
Rage was jumping.
Yeah,
Unless-
I'm still jumping. I'm just prodding at either side of the rock so you can see how deep it is.
Unless you're still throwing those rocks in, there are ripples coming out from where the maul is going in, and they're kind of running out and then sort of disappearing after maybe 10 feet. But there is nothing out as far as your various sources of light and vision show you to say that the further out in the centre of the lake is disturbed at all.
I'm going to stop Mage Hand and get ready Firebolt again.
However, there was no sign of a disturbance until the creature broke the surface.
Yeah, Ember gets to the back of the rock, and then I'll jump onto that one.
Okay.
And then she can climb on my shoulders, and I'll jump across that next bit because it's 5 feet.
Thank you.
Something like that. Just a bit more.
Hurrying away.
You got dark vision, Rage? Can't remember.
I've got torch from me.
I've got my torch on. No, I've got my light
Well,
thing.
have you got your thing on? Your light.
The light thing from Distra, I think it was, wasn't it?
Just cast message and to Rage and say, "Can you see anything on the far bank yet? Anything that help the rest of us?"
There's something floating in the water about here.
I can see something floating. I can see the other bank about 30 feet away. Everything there's a gap there between. I'll just when I went across
You've
this
got a
bit
problem with the wall here.
when I went across that bit, I'll say there's deep water there. It's going across, and then this up to here beyond looks as though it's shallow. So if you fall off, you're not. As long as you're near the rock, you're all right.
Any movement on the far shore?
No, there's no problem with the wall.
Because I can see down here, and I shouldn't be able to, should I?
Some glowing phosphorescent stuff.
There is phosphorescence glowing down there.
Oh.
And look to Kurgan and Medistra. Should we begin to cross?
Yeah.
Okay. It appears to be the. It appears
Is that a
to
wall? Said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you. I just didn't know if it was shadowed.
So up against the rocks here, there appears to be. You can see that what appears to be the upper half of a torso, just up against the rocks.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll take it out of the water.
Appears to be an orc. What's left of an orc?
Okay.
One arm missing, and nothing from just above the waist.
Is he all bloated like he's been in there for a long time?
Definitely bloated, yeah.
And
Okay.
stinky.
As long as he'll hold together, I'll sort of like throw it over.
Over there.
Yeah, that way, in that direction, away from.
Okay. There is a wet, dull thud and splash as this torso hits the water and then kind of disappears and then bobs back to the surface.
I'm going to use a Mage Hand and drag it out into the middle, kind of there-ish.
too heavy for Mage Hand. Mage Hand can only operate 5 feet. Yeah, 5 pounds of.
I'm ready with an arrow, by the way, just thought I'd let you know.
Okay.
Well, so strength of 10, I can jump 10 feet, is that right?
Yeah. Kurgan, give me an Arcana check with advantage, please.
Oh no, with advantage.
Okay, I'm near the other side now.
Where you are now, you feel your axe haft pull and start trying to pull you to the northwest across the water.
Thank you, Rage.
Something strange here.
Sort of this kind of direction.
To make my way across these rocks, then, what do I need to make any rolls or?
How are you going to walk? Are you going to walk across the water? Are you just going to try and make jumps?
How much would I have to submerge myself in the water, based on what I've seen?
Between 2 and 3 feet.
So it's going to be cold, but not too bad, because it'll only be up my legs.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one I'll jump because I can make that.
What's your strength?
9.
So you can jump 5 feet.
I can running jump.
With a standing jump. You need 10 feet for a running jump.
Yeah. So I can probably hop between these rocks reasonably easily.
Yeah.
Taking my time about it. That one might be a bit far. Did I get a running jump on here? It's quite long.
No, it's not long enough.
Okay. I'd rather avoid the water if I can.
You can still sense that your axe haft is trying to guide you to the northwest.
Okay. I'm just going to message back to L'Oreal and say there's something in this cavern that I'm being pulled. I'm going to see if I can follow. Not through the water's edge, just so we're clear.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you can do if you want. You can definitely go through the water's edge if you wish.
No, I'm assuming kind of around here. That's shallow enough that I can walk around.
You hope.
I hope. So I have a quarterstaff in my pack. I'm going to very gingerly make my way around this kind of...
Okay, give me a dex check. Acrobatics check. Or athletics, whichever you want.
Athletics or acrobatics?
I love how the party is split up. That would be perfect.
Athletics.
It'd be perfect to drop another attack on you. Okay. You can gingerly guide your way through. The ground is a little bit slippy. Sort of algae and moss kind of on the water, on the water's edge. But yeah, you can make your way around.
Okay.
There is a bank on the other side.
Yeah, I can see them.
And now you're being pulled this way.
Okay.
Rage
Here goes
will
my
follow Kurgan.
dignity.
Okay, I'll just tell Rage that there's something pulling me towards the north from where we are now.
Okay.
I think we might want to wait for the rest of the group, though.
Yeah, let's post here and.
You can just make out on the edge of your dark vision, you can make out what appears to be a set of ornate stairs.
I'm just going to pop the lid back in a minute.
He could have waited 5 more minutes. I was going to have a break in a minute as soon as you find this next bit.
So Zed, I'm going to wait until the
What
rest
about
of
the
the party's gone
mushrooms?
past me.
All right, one at a time, please. Jet, go first.
I was going to say I was going to wait until the party's gone past me, then I'm going to pick up the rear of the party.
Yeah,
and then
no problem.
row.
That's fine. Yeah, you're absolutely fine. To be fair, you can all pretty much navigate across this. As long as you don't submerge your whole body into the water, you will be fine. Jet, Dart, sorry, you mentioned about the mushrooms?
Yeah, looks like can somebody who's got like I don't know, maybe medicine check, see what kind of
Nature.
mushrooms are. Oh, nature check.
Is everyone wading across? I was going to jump across the rocks.
You can jump across, you can wade across, just let me know. Obviously, if you wade across, your legs are going to get wet.
Yeah, jumping across.
Okay. No problem. What's your strength?
Does 10. I am also
Okay.
athletic.
So that gap is a little bit too big for you to jump across. You would need to wade across there.
Okay. I've got athletics.
Okay.
+3. Do you want me to make a roll on that one?
No. You don't need to roll when doing jumps. You can either standing jump half your strength or running jump your strength effectively. So,
Okay.
and these
So
rocks are not big enough to do a running jump on.
okay. If I've got weight, then I've got weight.
Yeah. Okay. Again, it's really cold on your legs. You would imagine. So those of you who've waded through the water and not submerged all your body in the water, you would imagine you could spend about a minute in it before it's starting to have an impact on you. If you drop your body into it, it's immediate, and then for every minute longer you spend submerged, you'd be making a further check to see if you succumb. If you think about real life, right? If you know, eventually swimming around a big deep lake, you're going to drown, even on a hot summer's day, because your body will succumb to the cold water underneath the warm layer. And there's no warm layer here; it's all cold water.
Well, so as soon as I get onto the dry land, I'll be using my prestidigitation and just warming my clothes up, and I'll do the same with anybody else that needs it.
All right. So again, you've got a natural kind of a slightly raised area.
Is this the raised area here? Or?
Yeah, there's no sign of any camp or anything on this area, unlike the other raised area.
I can see stairs up ahead of us.
You can.
It says there's a door and it says "Speak, friend, and enter."
It doesn't.
Melons.
However, this side. So first and foremost, as you walk in from this narrow area into this large area here, there are lots of slither marks in the ground.
So this is the serpents come out of this water at this point. At some point.
Yes, you didn't see similar slither marks at the other side.
Can I make a survival check to see if they're fresh?
Sure.
Can I assist?
Blood
Yeah.
trail.
Not super fresh. It's hard to tell fresh because there's no sense of weather down here. You think the majority, you know,
there's no blood though, and it was
no
blood.
blood, definitely no blood. So they're not fresh as in the last 5 minutes that you've been kind of trying to get across here. Okay, as you stand at the bottom of the stairs, your axe haft is definitely pulling you towards this pair of double doors. The double doors are very ornate. They stand 20 feet tall and close to sort of 8 feet wide with a central pillar. The doors have carved motifs on them. On the left-hand door, as you look at it, there is a strange three-headed wolf-like. It looks like a spider with 3 wolf heads that is kind of crouching. The front sort of 4 legs are kind of crouched down. You get the sense that it's bowing. On the right-hand side, it seems to be bowing and paying obeisance to a large half woman, half tentacled thing. Around both of them, but more so around the spider creature, you can see lots of other sort of creatures that are less. There's no real substance to what they look like, but you get the sense that they are sort of swirling and moving around. And
Anything
I think
recognise? Or?
Yeah.
Well,
anything.
I will show you a couple of pictures, and then we're going to take a quick break. I just need to find where my couple of pictures are. Yeah. I don't find them anymore. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Does anybody know where they would be? Not there. Yeah. No. Hmm. So this is the picture you get of the woman.
Lovely.
Okay. She looks pleasant.
And this is the picture you get of the other thing.
Well, I don't see the other thing.
Didn't get another thing. To be
Oh.
fair.
I think it's.
Oh
Well,
god.
Jesus.
What the fudge?
I will take a 10-minute break.
Great.
Back at 10:02.
Mehdi, what are your parents doing here?
They just popped over to say, num, 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 num.
Just going to grab a beer. I'll be back in a sec.
They make us some lovely food and give us a nice cup of tea.
Yes, nothing to worry about here. Right, I'm going for a quick smoke. Smoking a pancake. Bit in a bomb. I put us to live while with Jibber Jabber. God, it's cold outside.
It is cold outside, isn't it?
I'm quite disappointed that not had any decent snow. Everybody else, well, apart everybody, all these sort of like Yorkshire people, they've all been like, "Oh, there's loads of snow and
Yeah.
yada yada yada," and I'm looking outside going, "It's fucking blue skies and sun out here," and then there's a flurry of snow. I'm like, "Are we getting some? Are we getting some?" It's like, no. Then it's blue skies and bloody sun.
What's that?
No, no snow here.
Was it not?
we
Whereabouts you?
Ellerton.
Just outside Hull.
Yeah, just outside.
all.
Hull.
All, just no hair, it's just all.
Got like a whole range of sort of like grim, dismal-looking weather, snow, sunshine.
We had snow from 3:30, and then Lisa made me go outside to the dryer to go and get Jasmine's uniform for work. She was at work early this morning as well, and it's like cold. It's been on and off. It's biblical at one point.
What are you doing up at 3:30 in the morning, Mehdi? What do you do that means you have to do these crazy hours?
I'm your local postman.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's my retirement gig since we were all made redundant.
The posties I've met really like their job.
Yeah, I love my job. The funny thing is, I started when I left the shops. I started doing the post, and I did my own paper round. It was great. So yeah, it's nice. Now I do all the rural farms and things, which today was like, I'm not going up there because you couldn't get up. The tracks are abysmal in the first place, but with snow, it's the death traps.
So you're in a vehicle.
Yeah. So I do live a little village that I go around and deliver around there. But it's 50 miles, and there's like 70 odd farms I go to, and they're not like open a gate and go through. They're all down like tracks that are just made by a tractor sort of thing. So
where do you live, Mehdi, roughly?
Yorkshire, just near York.
Near York.
Yeah,
Nice.
Ripon.
I love York.
Well, my house is in York with my ex-wife, and you're in Ripon now with my new wife.
Apparently, there's a fantastic Viking museum in York.
There is.
York.
Yeah.
It stinks to high heaven, but it's lovely.
I want to go.
There's a nice little Viking pub as well.
Yeah.
Viking themed pub, should I say?
I met the Archbishop of York yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What a strange segue.
No, but awesome though.
Was it in the pub?
Were you dressed as a choir boy at the time?
No, he came to my uncle's funeral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did your uncle know him then?
Yeah, they worked together.
Oh, nice.
Well, my uncle was the Secretary General of the Church of England.
Oh wow.
Very good.
If you watched any of the TV things when the General Synod was on, he'd be up there in the background.
Oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty freaky.
Worked in the Home Office before that, but helping out with the peace process in Ireland.
Interesting.
And then he started working for the Church of England.
As a layperson, right? Not as an ordained minister.
No, but he was very religious. But he did he brought what he learnt from working in government to the Church of England and helping. I think he helped with the introducing female bishops.
Oh right. Oh, that's really good.
But he retired in 2015, and he got a knighthood for his work for the. So I ended up calling him Sir.
Sir Dart.
I never really could call him Sir. What?
Nothing. Sir Dart.
No. So
all right.
Queen a few times.
Nice. Are we all back?
Yep.
If you're not back, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Oriala, so does some people want to try and figure out what these statues are?
Well, fuck yes. By the way, Zed, just so you know, there's a gap in the wall there, which means I can see a little cone going into the room.
See what I mean by doing these walls? They drive me mad, and I don't get them
Sure.
right.
Should get me
I mean-
to do them. I'll fix them.
I don't think I can see anything major, but
Has that fixed it?
No, I can still see that. I think.
But
no,
then you get
hang on.
the fog of war doesn't go over, does it?
The fog of war doesn't reset. That is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right. If you want to try and figure out who these might be, it's a religion check, please.
How do I get rid of this exhaustion, by the way?
You rest.
Yep.
Take a long rest,
Long
baby.
rest.
You need a long rest, baby.
Who's feeling particularly religious?
I didn't
today?
have a long rest last time, so I must be napped off for like 24 hours or so. Because it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You are getting tired, so yes, you will get a second level of exhaustion soon. I'm keeping an eye on it.
Oh. I
I
shouldn't
wonder
have
if we
said
should
anything.
rest here.
That second level exhaustion's a killer. Well, it's a kicker, isn't it?
I'd like to try to cast my mind back to the time I spent in the library at the
I've got
monastery where
6
I was, and
levels
see
of
if,
exhaustion to go through before I'm probably.
and just see if I've seen these anything that resembles these creatures before in any of the scribblings in the books.
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
Ouch.
No, you haven't.
Is there anything I can recall about these images?
18. I'll give you information on one of the two, so you tell me which one you wish to know about.
The lady.
Pick the scary one.
Okay, the lady. The lady is the popular depiction of a being known as the Queen of Chaos.
Sounds nice.
She dates back to effectively prehistory. She waged war with law. So the whole chaos versus lawful kind of stems back from her waging war with law.
Okay.
That, but I'm going to tell you the other bit because it makes much. So that then triggers in your mind what the wolf thing is, and you believe that is Miska. Miska, the wolf demon.
Can I check this door if it's locked?
What was their relationship in the?
He was her general
Hmm.
and her lover.
How old is this stonework?
This stonework is probably at least 5, maybe 6,000 years old.
Is the axe haft still
What?
pulling me
Before
towards
the world was
door?
created?
The axe haft is still pulling you, yes.
Okay, I'll just slip it off my belt, and I just want to touch it gently to the door to see if there's any reaction.
I just wanted to check if the door's
Kurgan,
locked.
be careful.
It's all right. Ember's in front of me.
Okay.
I'm not. If he does
The
comes
doors
up
are the doors are not locked.
Oh, alright.
Remember,
Yeah,
they're
I'm not
eight.
pushing.
They're
Just
8 foot
touching on it.
wide by 20 feet tall, solid stone.
They're going to
door.
be heavy.
So you won't be able to move them then. Right.
The axe haft vibrate when you touch it to the door, but
Visibly?
nothing. Yeah, you visibly enough. You for a second you wonder if it's your hand that's shaking, like a little bit out of nervousness in case if you're not sure what's going to happen. But you kind of steady yourself and you realise that the axe haft is actually vibrating, and it was that was causing your hand to shake.
I think there's some kind
You
of
can
power here.
feel the vibration.
I can feel the half vibrating in my hand. There's some kind of power in here. Does somebody want to try opening the doors while I stand way the fuck back?
Do
Great.
Do we want to mess around with such things if there is a power here?
I don't know. I mean, this is the first time I felt the axe haft pull me towards something like this. I don't see why it would pull me towards evil.
And don't you think it'd be more distracting for Kurgan if this thing is constantly pulling it in a direction if we go elsewhere?
It wasn't pulling him here before, was it?
No, it was pulling you south, wasn't it, Kurgan? Just south in general?
No, that was
That was
A
your
vision.
dream.
That was the dream I had.
Oh, was it? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is, and it only started happening when he was about 2/3 of the way across the stones.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, how old does that axe haft look that Kurgan's got?
I thought
don't
the
know.
axe elf was his axe elf when he was a warrior.
No, it's burnt and broken.
It was, yeah. So basically, the axe was shattered when whatever happened to me happened. So the metal is no longer there. It is literally a blackened axe haft, and it's the half that used to be. You're right, Ember. It's the half that used to be part of my battle axe, and has become. It's my magical focus now, basically.
Wait, you mean it's just the handle of the axe? It's not got an axe head on it.
Yep.
No, it's just the
kind of
half.
size.
Half is the handle.
About this kind of size.
Oh.
There's no head on there at all. It's not a weapon. It acts as my magical focus, and it's somehow intrinsically linked to my dreams and the fact that I can now cast Cure Wounds through the axe haft. There's something. It's like something between a
imbued with
magical
something.
compass and a focus.
Cure wounds wouldn't be an evil thing, though. So
Well, so that came.
I mean, L'Oreal, I mean, it looks like an axe haft that's been burnt in a fire.
Exactly.
It doesn't look old in that sense.
Can I gingerly push?
Well,
the
if you
left-hand
guys
door?
want to watch the water behind us, then I'll push the door.
Okay. And I'll stay next to Rage. This is too intriguing. I can't pull back now.
It doesn't push
Is it
at all.
Is it a pull then?
It looks like it's a pull.
Oh, okay.
I'll carry on pushing, Fred.
And actually, as you get close now, you can see that there are handles, but they've been very ornately worked to just look like part of the frieze on the mural on the door.
please don't tell me they're the boobs of that horrible beast.
No, they would be about.
That would be
about 12 feet up.
And besides, they're the knockers.
Oh, but
Eddie, come on.
I'm going to. I'm going to load up a Eldritch
some
Blast.
on you, Medi, is just.
Okay.
All right. So let's pull this door open. I'll stay with him. Or be
You grab it, Rage. You flex, expecting this to be really difficult, and it swings with no effort.
Well balanced.
Pulls to you with 0 effort. And as you pull it, dust kind of drops from the ceiling, from the top of the door. This hasn't been opened in a long time.
Okay, I'll go and pull the other door open. Then
Curious.
Both doors are open.
This has been undisturbed for a long time with others travelling through this area.
Looking inside, there are 2, what appear to be about 5 foot wide by 10 foot tall stone blocks, more carvings on them. Beyond that, you can see a huge 12-foot statue depicting the woman that you saw on the door.
L'Oreal, I would hazard a guess that anybody that came up these stairs died to the serpent previously.
Perhaps you're right.
But we essentially handed it its ass. So
You think it was put here to protect this shrine or temple or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Ember, don't touch anything you're not supposed to.
Was she related
going
to the
anywhere.
sea or anything like that? And the knowledge that I've got, Zed? Or aquatic beings of any kind?
She is a formless chaos being. She is related to chaos.
Hmm.
Kurgan, as you step forwards, the eyes of the statue flare with a strange kind of intense yellow colour and a disembodied voice. My love, he has come. He bears the first of the 7. And the
Did you tell us you
statue...
had a Mrs. Kogan?
But it's only me that hears that, Zed? Or it's
No,
everyone?
everybody hears it.
Okay.
And the statue steps off the plinth and we roll for initiative.
Shit.
There's that number again. It's 7.
Wow.
I still don't know what it means. It comes up
In one respect, I'm glad that this thing's trying to murder us.
Wait, what did you just say, by the way?
Who,
What,
me?
instead of trying to
No,
make
the
out with Kogan?
statue.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Basically said we're fucked.
It said, he has come, or the one has, he has come. My love, he has come. He bears the one of the 7, or yeah, you have to replay the thing because I can't exactly remember because I didn't write it down.
Oh, so what?
Or the
So
first of the 7.
Kurgan is the husband.
I think it was the statue was referring to the statue's love, as in presumably tentacle lady.
Have you read Kurgan's diary?
Yeah, but I don't remember most of it.
Doesn't that say something about one of the 7?
Yeah.
Or the 7 pillars?
Yeah, this said it's mentioned the 7 previously. Well, I know Kurgan has anyway.
And Kurgan, as that happens, you get a very strong sense of deja vu. You've seen this very thing happen before.
In my dreams, or
in your dream, your last dream.
So how did it turn out for us?
Did we survive the last dream?
Did I?
The one that I sent you the other week.
The one he hasn't read or checked his emails.
No, I have. I didn't update my diary with it though. Where the fuck is it?
All right. This thing seems to be making a beeline for Kurgan, and has kind of raised a hand and pointed at him. Kelgar, top of the round, you are up.
How do I access your
wand of paralysis?
I don't access your journal through this program, do I? It's just something I say on Discord.
Seems probably immune, right? But hey, I've been holding it ready all this time.
Wand of paralysis, go for it. What do I do? Cast Wand of paralysis on the creature then.
Hopefully nothing.
Personal. Wait.
Oh shit! I haven't updated it with this. I don't think, Zed. So the other guys won't have seen it.
No.
I've got on my own personal journal.
Yeah. Most of you had a journal allocated to you if you wanted to keep notes in the Foundry system, or you could keep notes on your own pieces of paper or in Word or whatever you wanted to do. All right. The Wand of paralysis goes off. Doesn't seem to have an effect.
Okay. Has it been an hour since we were fighting the Caesar?
No.
Okay, in which case I shall now shift my hex onto this guy.
It's been about 30 minutes, roughly speaking.
Oh, that's from the beginning, wasn't it?
Okay, you move your hex onto the creature.
Okay.
Folks, I'm just going to quickly update my journal.
Where do you go?
I just lost Sid.
So
he's back.
Ooh, one there.
Yep. You disappeared. Everyone else has stayed on.
There we go. That's good. Okay.
Your video's gone though.
Right.
Zed, I'm sorry. Can you remember what date this was in game?
Yes, it was. It would have been Sweet Rain 9.
Okay.
Because you had your rest up to about 8 p.m. yesterday.
Okay. So I've updated the journal, folks. If anybody wants to see it, it's the last entry that's in there.
Okay. Kelgar, anything else?
Yeah. start playing
How
some
do I
music.
access your journal?
There's a link in the Discord, which is a while ago. I don't know if someone
Oh,
could
it's
pin it.
Discord. I thought it was on in the.
Yeah, it's in the D&D channel. Like, I think it was a February time.
Is it pinned?
No, it's not pinned. I don't think.
Dan.
And I do not have permission to pin, so I can't pin it for you.
If-
Open it.
Yeah, if you find it, repin it. Okay, Ember, you're up. Second act. You're up.
What? Me?
Yeah, you're second in the round.
Okay, hang on.
Could just link it. There we go.
Oops, don't need me to move myself. Oh, I can shoot it from here.
No, you can't. These are 5 foot by 10 foot tall stone blocks.
Okay.
So you can't shoot
I'll
or
move
fight
behind
through them.
rage and then hide.
Okay. Yep, no, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
Can I hide behind rage?
Sure.
Fuck, I'd completely forgotten about that, Zed.
And after I've hid, I'm going to shoot the monster with my bow. I mean, not my bow, my
Okay.
crossbow thing.
You shoot the monster with your crossbow. Go!
So that's now pinned.
Thanks. There's no more information in there just to save people going to it to check.
Can I sneak attack since I'm hiding behind rage?
I'll let you sneak attack it.
That was a rubbish roll. Okay, send them I go.
Bear with me a second. I just need to check something because I don't understand that. That was the end of your go? Okay. Next up, then, we go with Medistra.
Oh, Medistra's going to do Old Faithful. These two blocks here and here, in the middle there, are they quite high or?
Yes, they are 10 feet tall.
Could I see the creature, the statues past those, or?
Okay.
If I move to here, can I see through them?
Yes, you can. If you can draw a line of sight to this, yeah, that's fine. You can see
fine.
through them.
Brilliant stuff. In which case, Eldritch Blast.
This thing, I said, this thing is 12 foot tall. So if anything, from where you are there, you can see its head above the stone.
Fantastic. So, Celesti in Spiritu and
How do I zoom in on Google Docs? Oh,
No
never mind.
idea.
Found it.
All right. Your Eldritch Blast slams into it. Follow up with your second blast.
I do indeed.
Whether they can be the instrument of release from your prison of torment, and once again we can bring destruction to the world. Okay, folks, just a quick recommendation. Let's not fuck this up.
No opening of strange prisons.
Okay.
Unless you have some kind of demonic lawyer on hand that you have over a barrel.
I'm going to give I'm going to give Ember a contract later.
What?
Nope.
Sorry, I was reading. I didn't hear that.
That's fine, Ember.
By the way, how can you be writing in your journal when it says that Amber's still awake, buried in a book, hasn't noticed your night terror? Because I was reading your journal at the time.
Because he wrote it after you gave it him back.
Oh.
Kurgan, you're up.
Oh, fuck. I need to be paying attention, not editing the journal then. Right, okay, so this is all going swimmingly according to plan.
Cool.
Okay. I'm just going to cast Scorching Ray, so I'll raise up the axe haft above my head and fire 3 rays into it. So I'm not blessed or anything interesting, am I? No. First one.
Oh, shame there was no wild magic surge. It would have been so good.
No, it wouldn't. That would be terrible, Zed. Yeah, terrible, terrible thing. Second one coming in. Also hits. With shitty damage. And then the last one coming in. Ooh, that'll hit as well. That's the first time I've hit 3 times. Average damage though. And then looking around behind me, I'm going to just turn around and shout, Ember, it's your turn. You're up front. And I'm going to move back. Let's hope they don't have AoE or anything, or cone attacks.
Okay.
Rage.
Rage.
Cool, that.
You're up.
Okay, hefting my great axe, I will move forwards.
Okay.
Oh, he's a big fucker.
He is.
Yeah. Yeah, attack him.
Raging.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a big target. He is big, isn't he?
He is
Jesus.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
Christ on a bike.
We need to get you bigger.
Mm.
Question, Zed. This is the statue that's eyes glowed, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
And the voice came from these statues?
Yes.
Okay.
Where's the tentacles?
I don't have. You have to imagine, theatre of the mind for the tentacles. But where the statue's legs
So
is
the base of the statue looks like that horrible spider woman on the front.
correct.
The Queen of Chaos, yes.
Okay, got
Queen
it.
of Chaos. Yes.
Just
Okay.
paste her picture over the top.
And for the record, her love is Miska, who's the weird wolf, spider, demon, general.
Bringer of death and
Lover.
destruction.
Yeah, probably not a nice chap,
yeah.
is my guess.
Bit of a fucker. Yeah. Yeah, and so that was the. I'll just take a bit of a sidestep as well.
Okay.
So there, and that's me done.
It's go. Jesus Christ! How much damage have you lot done to it already?
Not enough.
I did hardly any.
I didn't do any.
Strides forwards. 5, 10, 15. Doesn't leave your threat. And then it brings its hands together and with a huge
Arms of Hader.
a huge kind of resonating sound that almost makes the air feel very thick. It's going to target Kelgar, Oriala, and Rage. Nobody else is in range. And I would like all of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, ass.
Kelgar fails.
Wait, you're supposed to be playing the game, not posting pictures of YouTube.
I
Damn
am.
it. So
No,
close.
Okay.
Question, what does this relate to? What's actually happened?
You have had a slow cast on you.
I'm going to add 2d4 to my saving throw,
Okay.
as I call on my divine assistants to increase that by 3.
Okay, so you make it.
Whew, that's good.
I'm going to use my inspiration on that, please.
You've not used it already today?
Not today.
Okay, go for it.
And also roll badly.
Okay. All right, so Kurgan, you are slowed. No, you're not dead. You're slowed.
Yes, anyway.
Kurgan? What?
Kelgin.
Kelgar. Sorry,
Oh.
Kelgar. I meant Kelgar, not Kurgan. Thank you. Oh, we had a slow symbol down here somewhere.
Did you mean to ask me for a saving throw then?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So I'm fine.
Sadly, yeah. I couldn't quite get everybody, you see.
That's a bummer.
I just realised I had that on my thingy. I could put on.
A slow sign. Why don't I have a slow sign? We'll just use the net to represent a restrained and rage. You're also slow. What that means is not good for you. So there's your info. Oh.
It's not the worst though, is it?
It means you can't use reactions, your speed is halved, and you can't make more than one attack on its turn. You can take either an action or a bonus action, not both, and it lasts for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. Okay. That, I think, is its go gone. Because it don't have no bonus actions. Chet, you're up.
Okay. Seeing as there's nothing coming out of the water and hearing this commotion,
Yeah.
I'm going to move forward and see if I can see what the party is reacting to.
Or just see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
10. Okay, I've got to go to there. That's 15. So I can now see it and tag it.
-2 to attack. Do you know what? This is huge. So actually, no, you don't need to have a -2 to attack.
Okay. So I shall do a normal arrow attack on this one.
Nat 20. Beautiful. Well placed.
Okay, so it's going to include an extra 1d8 on top of this, whatever I roll.
Okay, no worries.
So I'll roll. Okay, I'm going to re-roll that 3.
Okay.
So it's to roll 1d8. This is the.
Yes,
Oh,
bonus.
Of course.
fantastic. 3, 2, or 1, fantastic. And then I'll roll the actual d8 extra.
Okay.
Is that right? Try that again.
What you
Right.
probably should have done is roll the d8 and then chosen which one you want to reroll.
Yeah, I should have done. Okay, then my second attack.
Right, hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
So that would be
It
16.
holds up
Yeah,
its
16.
hand,
Yeah.
and the arrow bounces off it, breaking with no impact.
Okay, that's interesting.
Cheeky fucker.
Yeah. Okay, well, I won't find another arrow at that.
Is that like a magical effect or just
Nope. It just bounced. The arrow just
what's the arrow
bounced
side
off
with its
it.
big stone hand or metal
Yeah.
hand?
Yep.
So, do I think that I need magical weapons to attack this thing? That's the question.
Your arrow did nothing to it. Didn't
Yeah.
even scratch the surface of the stone.
So, with that in mind, I will finish my movement by going backwards. So it's an extra.
Yeah, going. Yeah, no, I'm out of here.
That's what was that? 30. I can go 35. So that's
Yeah, I was going to say you can't stop there because you're on top of Ember.
yeah.
Does it take a swing at Jet at all? Or?
And then I'll end my turn.
No, he's out of range anyway.
No, he doesn't take a swing at Jet. So the weird thing about 5th edition is that whole threat range is only 5 feet, even if they've got reach, unless it's specifically they have a specific ability to give them extended reach.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
which
is actually quite shite compared to 4th edition and third 3.x, but that's just the way 5th edition works.
Scale, wouldn't it, in the old days?
Yeah. If you had 10-foot reach, you would have 10 foot of opportunity. And I'm not so mean as to give him that ability or her that ability.
Well, to be fair, you've given her the ability to catch arrows. I mean, she spent 5,000 years just here practicing, so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. We go to L'Oreal then.
That's a good point. He did kind of catch an arrow out, so I might be safe enough.
Right. Just before you make an assumption, that was not a reaction the creature took. That was a theatre of mind explanation for what happened with the arrow.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Not an actual. It's not a arrow grab like a monk has or a glove of snaring has.
Okay, that's fine.
Just in case you're thinking you can move out of its threat range and avoid an
I was
opportunity
thinking I
attack.
may be able to, but yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it hasn't taken its reaction yet.
So this big column,
Yeah.
10 foot tall.
10 foot tall, about 2 feet thick, and about 5 foot wide.
Okay, that should afford me some pretty good cover from this thing then. Or could it reach around it reasonably easy?
It might give you a reach around, you don't know.
I got nothing.
I don't think L'Oreal is equipped for that.
If only I could have said that about 5 seconds earlier when Mehdi had a mouthful of beer.
Yeah. I have a vague plan for this then. I will reach out and try and shocking grasp this creature. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get any kind of flank with rage, can I? So,
unfortunately not. No, you'd need to be down here in the wall. If rage was there, you could get it there. Okay.
So for 8 lightning damage.
All right. Yeah, it seems to hit it.
Seems to be effective. Fantastic. At which point, I will back away.
Okay, and it does try and swat you as you back away.
Can't take reactions because it's just been shocking grasp.
Yeah, got it. Okay, no, it can't take reactions.
Unless it's immune to that, so
no,
may well be. Fantastic, that's good. So we've got a slightly jiggling statue. That's what I'd like to see. Taking a step back to here, and I will then summon a spiritual weapon on the other side of it.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and I will continue to back away.
Ooh, you want a spiritual weapon, don't you?
Yeah, please.
Thing purple mace.
Throbbing thing, yes.
Indeed.
As your spiritual weapon appears, it is twisted and warped. It looks like something a demon would wield.
Does it still
fully functional from your perspective? It's just not appeared as you would normally will it to appear.
There's something twisting magic in here then.
And it starts to beat up on rage.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Yeah, I'll cast that and normal attack. Oh, that's going to be a miss.
Yeah. It tickles the statue. The statue kind of ignores it. Kaldar, top of the round, you're up.
Okay. Slowed is pretty savage.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, I think even Green Flame Blade counts as a spell, so that would risk taking 2 turns to use that.
Sorry, I did want it here. Apologies. It's okay. I can move it. It's fine.
As is currently unable to react, I might move away. And then attempt to cast. I don't want to try casting as. I am going to, as a bonus action, use my Hexblade's Curse as well, which I believe is just a straight up minute duration and not concentration. So I think I can use that alongside the Warlock Curse.
Yes, you can. Nice. Oh, and we have macros for that. Awesome. Lovely.
Very cool.
Okay, and that was the bonus action, and I don't get a regular action as well. So
you can now make a wisdom save to try and break the slow. You are still slowed.
Thank you, okay, that's me done.
Ember.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Okie dokie. If I move down the steps, will I still be able to see it?
Nope.
Okay, in that case, I'll just move. Oh, fuck off. I can still see it there.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Can it get over these pillars though?
You don't know. Over, possibly not. Through, probably.
Can I hide behind this pillar here and then try and shoot it?
No, the door's open. You're now hiding behind the door. You can't see through the door. So if you think the door, just for this purpose,
It's been opened outwards.
the door is kind of like
right,
that.
Of course. Yeah, I can't.
So what about this pillar then?
What you mean behind Medi?
So there's
Well,
your
the
doors.
central one, because there's two separate doors, right? Or is there no pillar supporting the middle?
No, there is a pillar in the middle. You can hide.
Hello.
Can hide behind the pillar.
Wait, why is Medi in between?
He's stood in the
I'm in
doorway.
the doorway, yeah.
Oh, right,
Actually, in the
I'll
doorway.
I will hide behind L'Oreal then.
Okay,
I'm using my sneak attack.
that's fine. She's a goddess. She's got true sight. She doesn't really care about people hiding.
How come
She knows where everybody is at every time. Go on.
How come I was able to do the sneak attack then?
It's fine.
Because Rage is next to the statue.
Oh, wait, he wasn't at the beginning of the fight though.
I mean, I can undo your sneak attack damage if you wish.
Never mind.
There you go.
It's also a statue of a goddess, so.
He's also a statue of a
Yeah.
goddess. Yeah. No worries, chat.
My sneak attack rolls are really bad.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Anything else, Ember?
Nope.
Medi.
Seeing how successful his
Wait,
first
should
attack.
I get disadvantages on my stealth rolls because I'm
Go on.
Exhausted.
Exhausted, yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I thought it would have put it automatically.
No, because I don't think I've got the conditions working properly for
Okay.
for exhaustion and stuff.
I'll roll that again.
They should be there, but I don't think they are.
God, what? 18 then. Still 18. But you said you could see me anyway. Never mind. Okay, that's Medi. Sure, go.
Thank you. Okay, Eldritch Blast again. Going to call upon the power of my mistress and hopefully it'll work.
Paying attention to Medistra's spell, does it also seem to be twisted by the energies in this place?
And again, you'll be able to find out in a second.
It's not. Visuals are slightly off, yes, but the effects of spells are still as you expect.
What's that green symbol on the monster?
Explodes curse.
Hexblade's Curse. You've very rarely seen it used, so that's why you've not seen it.
Oh.
Okay, Eldritch Blast hits. Oh, look at that. I think you've bloodied it.
And then I'm going to move to the other side.
Okay. Next up, Kurgan.
Okay, so I'm going to move through the door next to L'Oreala, target it, and I'm going to do another Scorching Ray. Oh, why did it roll twice?
Because you rolled a 1?
No, look at the formula. That's weird.
But you don't.
Why did it roll with advantage?
Did you click on it to roll advantage by accident then?
No.
Okay.
But it's not advantage that because it's it is advantage, so yeah.
So your first one would have missed.
Okay, so I'll close that one.
Yeah.
Second one. What?
Let's do it again. What have you got on you?
Yeah, what conditions have you got on you? Nothing.
No, nothing.
He's just standing next to me, that's why.
No, nothing. I don't know,
Oh,
sort of-
is it because Rage is behind? No, that wouldn't happen.
No, that wouldn't give him advantage.
What was the first roll on that one, Zed?
3.
Sake.
That'll miss.
Yeah, okay. Last one.
Ah, have you got Control or Shift pressed down by accident?
What do you mean?
Is the key stuck? Control or Shift?
No?
You sure?
Try typing something?
Try once again. It's done it again. I'll reload in a sec. Hang on. So what's that? That one I missed as well, right?
Well, we're automatically taking the lowest roll here. Didn't it? Could have been the other one. Or did you take the first one?
Taking the lowest roll, yeah.
Okay.
But your first roll is a 12, so you're rolling with disadvantage. Which, hold on, let me just double check because I can figure out what this would be. Now ignore that for a second.
It's keeping highest, isn't it? So
Yeah, it was.
the first roll's missed. The second roll's probably missed. The third roll a 12 plus what?
Stuff.
7 or 8.
12 plus 7 or 8. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
The third one will hit. I think your either your Shift key or your Control key is stuck down without you realising it.
Shouldn't be. I mean, I've got.
That's usually the sign when it's randomly rolling. Or just reload browser and see if it fixes it.
Yeah, no, I'll give that a shot. Sorry.
Okay, that hits.
And then in my turn.
No worries. That hits. It's fine. Rage, you're up.
Okay. I've only got one attack, so
One attack.
yeah, I'm just gonna see whether I can hit it or not. And I am going to, with one attack's going to hit it, it may as well be a swing harder. So let me put that on.
Great weapon master. Okay.
Let's see what this does. Oh.
You
Very
could
nice.
take it down.
All right, roll your damage.
Lovely jubbly.
38 points of damage.
Oh,
You
nice.
carve into this creature. Plus an extra 2. Oh, 10, because
10.
that's a crit. All right.
Wow.
Its head rotates and looks straight at you.
I'll move a little bit. So if anybody wants to move up, they can get
Thank you.
advantage if they want.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
yeah, that's me done.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've
I'm at it, guys.
I'm done for the night.
You just matched all my damage with one hit.
Incredible.
Okay.
Just wondering if that head was Exorcist style. Is it now vomiting energy
like,
all over him?
Who was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It slammed.
I get a wisdom save, don't I?
Yes, you do. Yeah, go for it. Before I slam my fist down into your face. No, you're still slowed.
Yeah,
okay.
still slowed.
Fist comes at you.
My AC is 16 now, not 18. I think
Yeah.
from slow.
29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Wow.
Tell me that isn't a crit though.
20. No, it's not correct. 27 points of damage. But it hasn't applied it. So that's going to be what? 13 points of damage to you as this fist just slams into you.
So that takes me to 42.
And then a tentacle comes out and slams into Kelgar, sorry. And misses.
I'll take that as an exchange though. 13 points of damage for 48.
Yeah. All day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, not quite all day. Probably for another 3 or 4. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, just say it. I can do this all day.
But if it's not dead by then, I don't think we're ever going to win. So
Right, no, it's just going to stand there. Yeah, it's going to stand there because there's an annoying little... Oh, you can't take reactions. No. It would need to break its way through this stone, so it's not going to do that. So it is literally just going to stay there for the time being. What a shame I didn't hit you with a tentacle.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Jet, you're up.
Okay. So I shall move 5, 10, and 15. I will target the creature. Now this should be using +2 arrows.
Okay. Make sure you use a +2 arrow.
Yeah, I've unselected the normal ones.
And selected the +2. Okay.
And the other ones have been equipped, shall we say. So
Perfect.
let's just see if it works okay. Oh, you are joking.
Your first arrow misses wildly.
Okay, has that taken it off?
I don't think it's added a 2 to hit, has it?
No.
Yeah, it has.
Has it? Yes, it has. It has.
4 + 3 +
No, the 2's your archery style, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not taken off the... I should be down to 4 +2 arrows now. It's only saying at 5, so it's not... It's taken a normal arrow for some reason. And
Yeah,
the arrow...
you haven't got +2 selected. There you go. Now try.
Okay, let me try again. Okay, so let's do a normal attack.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's better. That's working.
That's what we need.
More ways than one.
However,
Hey, one.
Oh.
your first arrow would have missed.
Mm.
So, but your second arrow is a critical. So that's your second attack.
Yes, it is.
Or you can cancel the first shot, but this isn't a critical. Your choice.
on a crit.
I want a crit.
Yeah,
There you
take
go.
the crit.
Take the crit.
Yeah, I'll take the crit. Okay, and then I
nice.
roll an extra 1d8.
Oh, stop.
that. Oh,
Whoa. Right, so that's interesting. Right. That's what I thought might happen. So now I need to check something because still thinks you've hit it with a non-magical, non-adamantine weapon.
Mm.
So where are your +2 arrows? That's interesting. There is no place for me to identify these as magical.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, at the top, you have the ability to select magical. So you can select equipped, and it knows it's magical because it's identified, but there's nowhere for me to say that it is a magical item. 1 second.
Okay.
No, can't do it. Right, okay. So yes, this time the arrow hits the creature and seems to kind of sink a little bit into the stonework.
A little bit, so it's still got some resistance to the...
No. It's you're just firing a magical arrow into very dense granite stone.
Right.
So it's gone in basically and damaged.
Can I roll the extra 1d8 that I get from my feet?
Can that be used every time you roll a crit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine then.
So it's an extra 4 on top.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move back. So let me just go. So that's 15, that's 20, that's 25, and that's 30. And then I'll let me turn there.
Okay, and you had 5 of those arrows to start with, did you?
I'm down to 3. Let me just see that gone.
No, they haven't, because the first one was just an arrow, remember. So just drop your number down to 3 and that's all good.
Right. Let me just...
All right, L'Oreal, you're up.
Inventory.
Where would I be able to get a flanking position on this statue? Or can I? I should
No.
say, where Rage is.
No, not there.
Now, wouldn't the magical weapon have a...
There would be a flanking position, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Move into a flanking position and try that shocking grasp again on the target. Oh, terrible rolls. Terrible rolls. Can I inspiration that?
If you haven't used your inspiration...
I haven't. Does that mean I roll at advantage again or just roll 1d20?
You get the whole thing again, don't you?
You get
So
the
it's
whole
still
thing
advantage.
again, yeah.
That sounds pretty good. Oh,
Couldn't roll much worse. There you go.
there we go.
Oh, very nice.
That's the
Turn that frown upside down.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lovely.
All the 20s.
Nice.
So, 31 lightning damage. It can't take reactions.
I love it.
Go back out to there and then make a spiritual weapon attack on it
Okay.
with my bonus action.
Gee, shocking grasp is amazing.
It can be if you crit with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Well, just forget away.
It's just a really good spell.
Mm.
I can't find my spiritual weapon. There it is. So turn the spell slot off, make a normal attack. There we go.
Nice.
Hits.
Follow up with 11 damage. Yes!
And as the
Look at
spiritual
that.
weapon slams into it, it explodes,
Kill
sending
steal.
shards of granite across the room.
Brilliant.
Whew.
Way to go, team!
That could have gone so bad.
We had a lot of lucky crits in
Yeah.
there, didn't we?
Yeah.
God, that's going to bite us in the ass later.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just going to kind of
Level 6!
poke through the rubble with the end of my axe. Not anything noticeable. Any reaction from the axe haft, I guess.
No, the vibrations and the pulling have gone.
Huh.
Going to study my spiritual weapon while it's still here. What do I think is happening with it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay, I can try. I will mention it to Medistra, who I believe is trained in Arcana.
I am indeed. I'll step up and I'll assist. I'll chat with you about it as you.
I help at all as well?
One person can assist. I mean, multiple people can have a look. If you want to do it separately, by all means, take a roll, yeah.
I'll roll with advantage if Medistra's helping me, I guess. 16.
Okay. Whilst you can feel the connection... the Hexblade's curse has kicked in.
Oh, that was it. Wearing off. 1 minute duration.
Okay. Whilst you have a connection to your goddess, god, whatever, it is tainted by the sheer kind of chaotic residue that's kind of here. There is just this whole area just feels like it has this kind of chaotic sort of seepage in it, sort of aura environment sort of thing.
Kind of slightly retracting with disgust, I dismiss the spiritual weapon.
And it vanishes, and my light goes out. I need to put my light back on.
Something really wrong about this place.
I've never seen your weapon like that before. That was strange. The pressure in here is disconcerting.
Do you know, you guys are too hard to push to your limits without me throwing things that are way overpowered against you.
I think we did get pretty lucky here, Zed.
We looked out there.
4 or 5 crits, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 of those would have caused you lots of grief, I think. But yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
No, I mean you were somewhat lucky, I would say. But yeah, lots of
Yeah.
crits. Lots of crits on that really does help.
Seen Ember disappear down the corridor over my shoulder. I'm saying, Ember, remember, don't touch anything.
I'm just looking around.
What happened when you touched that last statue?
I'll wait until I feel this spell wearing off.
You just make periodic saving throws, or
Yeah, it'll wear off after a minute. It's fine.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So in each of the two areas with the sort of semicircle domes, there appears to be altars. Braziers sort of sitting either side of them, which are obviously not lit at the moment. There is more pictures depicting this woman sort of hovering behind this Miska, the demon spider or demon wolf spider, having battles. But the one thing that you keep seeing repeated on each of these alcoves and each of these kind of scenes are circles with what appears to be maps inside of them fragmenting.
Wait, maps fragmenting.
Yeah, so circles
Yeah.
with what looks like maps carved in them.
Okay. Can we tell what the maps are?
And then
this is
the
the-
circles have big cracks running through them and
This is
chunks
the
coming off them.
destruction of the world.
That's exactly what it is. But it's each of the times that you see this, the map is different.
Are these all the worlds that she's destroyed?
Planes of existence.
None of these
Give me
look like our own, do they?
so anybody can give me who's trained in religion or arcana can give me a roll with advantage if you're as L'Oreal is kind of musing that out loud.
That'll do.
Kurgan, perfect.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20s. What the hell is going on with you guys today?
I only got a 19. I feel disappointed.
Oh, I know what it is. I've got the every fourth dice roll is a 20 for the
There
player
you go.
schedule enabled.
Oh,
I'm gonna switch that now to natural 1. for the
Natural
next
one.
session.
Snake eyes.
Each of the maps are different, and they're so different that you don't believe that they would be of the same world. And that's exactly what you think. You start to recall tales of the Chaos Wars that raged between. It's quite vague, right? There's some scripture would say worlds, and some scripture would say planes. But she waged war with Miska and the demonic hordes and destroyed many, many worlds. Whether that's planar worlds or whether that's physical worlds, I mean, space travel doesn't exist. You don't really know, but that's what the legends talk about, that she conquered many worlds. And it specifically uses the word worlds in the legends.
Any of them resemble our own? I think somebody already asked.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
No. Medistra, with your natural 20, as you're thinking about this, she was stopped on your world by a group of lawful creatures known as the Wind Dukes of Aquan.
Of
Wielding something called the Rod of Law.
I will relay this when it comes to my mind.
Is Kurgan's sort of axe half part of this rod of law?
No.
Where does the rod currently reside?
Don't know.
Would Medi know?
Not even with a natural 20. You will need to find a
Kind of thing we
library
need to research. Yeah.
or do some actual find some time and spend some time looking that one up.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Instead
shouldn't
of
linger
war.
here. I feel like this place is seeping into my pores.
Is
Didn't
that,
she-
is
There's
that
a
a door
door
over
up
there?
north.
There's
Yeah.
a door.
That is a door to the north, yeah. A similar door, not as heavy or as big as the other door, does still have some kind of frieze on it. This time it looks like a couple of demons sort of worshipping Miska.
Is
Did
anything worth
anyone
nicking
get-
on these altars?
Sorry, one at a time, please. Dark, go first.
Is anything worth nicking on these altars?
The altars are empty, they're just stone blocks.
Oh, I thought we said there was like some.
There's braziers by the side of them,
Oh, braziers. Right.
but that's about it. Somebody else had a comment?
I was just asking if anyone was wounded. I saw Rage take quite a hit during that fight.
Yes, I'm damaged.
Well, hopefully apply some remedy.
It's a light touch wound. So
Nice.
almost perfect. Thank you.
Anything? Any hidden doors? Anything to poke around?
If you're looking for hidden doors and stuff, have a perception check. Give me a perception check, Dark.
Can I assist on that?
I
Oh.
did investigation.
As far as you can tell, Dark, there are no traps on this door.
Is it locked?
No?
21
Okay, somebody else can open it.
compartments,
I'm not opening it.
hidden doors in these kind of 3 chambers there.
There is nothing hidden in these 3 chambers. There's an old sort of tapestry here, but it's so faded you can't really make out what was on it.
Okay. I guess we try the door then.
We open the door.
Rage will open the door. Yeah. Oh, Calgar deals.
Too late.
Okay, opening the door, it just appears to be a 10-foot wide corridor that heads sort of continues northwards, ends in another door, but there's also a T-junction.
And 2 12-foot statues.
2 make that 1 each to fight.
That's right.
Okay, I'll check this door as well.
Okay. Nat 20.
You weren't joking about every 4th roll.
Yeah, but that was the
Disadvantage. Dark, I guess.
No,
Exhaustion.
exhaustion.
Ah, yeah.
All right. Door is not
I'm,
trapped.
I'm doing that on purpose to do disadvantage. Does
Yeah, yeah.
because of
It's not working. Yeah, no, it's not working at the moment. I suspect it's all programmed, but I suspect they've changed the underlying elements that you use to trigger disadvantage, and that's why it's not working.
Are we leaving this door here?
I'd rather
I'm
check
just following
this
everyone
out
else.
without before opening the
Yeah,
door, though.
the open areas, right?
So this room looks like perhaps a may have once been a square room, but now it seems to have opened up, and there's kind of a pit that goes downwards. But coming out the walls, you can see huge sort of amber-coloured crystals.
So that's a pit right in front of me, then.
No. This
Oh.
is the pit here.
All right,
This
got you.
is just part of the floor has kind of collapsed downwards, maybe 5 feet below you,
Right.
and then there's a pit that's kind of sloping downwards. It's still part of the floor, but also just kind of opened up at the back. There's nothing in here.
As my paranoia kicks in, says, are there any bones in the pit?
I shoot an arrow from my bow at the crystal.
Okay, you shoot an arrow at the crystal. Your arrow hits the crystal, and shatters, but
What,
nothing
the cri-
happens.
The arrow shatters.
The
on the
arrow
crystal?
shatters. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'll move right around there and open this door.
Okay, you open the door. There appears to be a number of sort of what appear to be, sort of bed-sized stone slabs. Each of them at one end have sort of a half moon-shaped piece of stone, where perhaps a head could rest, almost like a stone pillow. Just realised there's no music running today, is there?
No. Sorry, there's something about a stone pillow somewhere, you said.
Yeah, so each of these look like they were beds or cots of some kind, and at one end there is a raised piece of stone with a semicircle in where you could perhaps place a head. But other than that, the room is devoid of anything. The walls continue to show murals of people. Now, what look like they look humanoid rather than demon, worshipping the Queen of Chaos.
I'm going to go lie down on the slab of bed. Stone bed.
Okay. You lie down on the slab of stone bed.
Does anybody think we should take a full rest while we're here?
I'd rather not linger
Yeah.
in this place.
I agree with L'Oreal. I don't think that staying here would be wise with all this dark chaos energy.
As we've been walking around, Zed, has the axe haft been giving off anything?
Not now.
I don't understand why we were drawn here by the axe hafts.
We've got to loot the stone statue.
I did say I poked around with the axe haft in the statue to see if I could see anything. I don't know if that got lost in the
Yeah, no, there was nothing. It's just
Right.
stone.
Yeah.
top point, yeah.
The statue seemed to know you.
Perhaps that link to the power that that entity said you took is drawn to these energies.
Well, reading what you've written, Kurgan, it seems that this entity is like L'Oreal said, is trying to draw the seven to her, perhaps, and you're one of the seven. Am I?
Yeah, no,
Maybe I'm being silly. I don't know. It's
I mean, one of seven what? I mean, I'm a half-orc, I was a warrior, and something happened.
but she called you one of the seven, didn't she?
Yeah.
But you took some of the power that this figure in your vision wants back. Perhaps he is one of the seven.
Did it say that you were one of the seven, or that you brought one of the seven?
It comes, my love, soon, the first of the seven. Together they can be thy instrument of release from your prison of torment, and once again we can bring destruction to the world. The woman turns to me and smiles. Soon, he of the first comes.
How many of the Wind Dukes?
That's it. Clearly, we have to kill Kurgan
Yeah.
to save the universe.
The universe. Okay.
Pretty sure the Sphinx said something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I think Kurgan was put in a place to disrupt this return. I'm sure of it. Whether it was through some twist of fate or another
Divine intervention.
indeed another power trying to stop this. I do not know.
I'm not sure.
It would be interesting to find how many of these wind dukes there were.
Yeah, and I still need to go towards Wormwood. In the south, there's somebody there that I think can help me as well.
Well, we still need the rest of this tunnel complex to explore as well, to find out where it goes, where they've been taking these prisoners.
Yeah, we've still got to get that fucking javelin back.
Yeah. Does anybody perhaps have a fishing rod?
No.
Nope.
I think we would like to get out of this place, L'Oreala, but we want to get the javelin of lightning back as well.
I'll pick that rock up and chuck it onto the edge of the water.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
No, nothing happens.
We gave it a serious battering.
So it is absolutely nursing its wounds. It is taking a long rest.
Ember, did you say there was a cave with mushrooms? Maybe we could stay there.
Yeah, there's the
I would not recommend it. Some things.
Actually, aren't we
Mushroom
supposed to be
spores
going
can be
through
bad
this
for you.
cave to get to the other side of something?
The
Yeah, so
trail
the-
leads to the south, I'm presuming.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to tell you. So propped up against the wall in the mushroom cave are several 1 foot wide, 10-foot long planks.
Mm-hmm.
They put them down when they go out. They bring
Yep.
them back when they come.
4 of them in total.
Well, hang on. In that case, we're getting towards wherever they stay.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be ready for that.
This is a raised area over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's use these planks as firewood, not give them a surprise when they're trying to.
That's a bit mean.
Sabotage
Or,
all the planks
just
and
make,
just
saw like weaken all of the planks when they go over them.
Are we ready to move out of here?
Not particularly, no.
Rage wants that javelin back.
What do all these mushrooms?
Why don't
Absolutely.
we rest up on the far shore then, near the temple? I mean, it's not ideal, but
No.
Well, we
No,
could
because-
rest
not
on,
resting near the temple.
we could
The-
rest upon
Rest up on this raised area,
Yeah,
perhaps.
Yeah, but we outside the temple were the tracks where this creature had come out.
hang on, there was a raised
yeah.
bit back on the far side where we came from as well.
There is,
I'm
yeah.
not
Gone
worried.
away back over
Oh.
those rocks.
No, we don't. We've got planks now.
Yeah.
That's a
If we
really
take
good
the-
idea.
If we take the planks, if any of them come this way, they'll know we are here.
Hey, why have I got an extra exhaustion?
Because you've been
Ticked over
up
24
for
hours.
24 hours.
You've ticked over 24 hours. You are now feeling incredibly tired, Dart.
You didn't have a rest, did you? But we did.
And you've had 2 quite strenuous fights. And you've been slogging through the underworld, Underdark for about 8 hours, 9 hours.
I still think perhaps back up on this ledge might be a good place if we want
Yeah.
to rest up.
Half speed. Jeez.
I'd say we could
Yeah, you're in deep trouble.
rest up on that ledge, L'Oreala.
You can keep
grab-
well out of sight, and
Mhm.
they won't be able to approach us easily around this corner if we keep watch.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a possibility that if we leave the planks, we'll hear them using them.
Indeed. If we remove the planks, they'll know we're here.
Yeah, you notice, by the way, Ember flagging. She's dragging her heels, dragging her legs. A couple of times she almost stumbles in the water as you kind of navigate that sort of treacherous corner.
I'm not seeing any change from normal.
Absolutely knackered.
Yeah, Lorella will help Ember climb the ledge and make sure she's going to get bedding down as soon as possible.
I'm going to have some trail rations as well.
Yeah. Long rest then?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right.
If anybody's keeping watch, I will give you. I'll help you. I'll give you advantage because I'm going to be staying awake as well, reading my book.
Well, after this kind of encounter, I think Kurgan is going to be too. He's going to be kind of buzzing, trying to figure out what, why, how, where, and when. So
I don't mind taking first watch with Kurgan and keeping an eye on him.
I'll be on watch. It's just I haven't got the vision, so
You can hear light snoring coming from a bedroll. Ember's
already asleep.
I can stay up and watch as well. I haven't.
As you settle down to take a long rest, we're going to call it a night.
Is this a new day?
I will allow the long rest tomorrow, next week, to be a new day. Absolutely.
Can we do it now, Zed?
Do the long rest now. Ember, normally a long rest only removes one level of exhaustion.
Oh.
But you've also all leveled to 6. So this one instance only, I'm going to remove both levels of exhaustion for you.
Oh, look at that song.
Oh, you've dinged.
Plus soothing rock music for you as well.
So, full long rest, everybody. Level up to 6 for next week. We'll import characters. Next week, and we will continue the journey through the Underdark.
On Zed, so to level up, we do that in D&D Beyond.
Do it in D&D Beyond if you can, yeah. So then I can.
And that's not going to fuck up like the custom things like the axe half to cure wounds and all that kind of bollocks.
No, I will make sure we don't import that stuff.
Yeah, we need to not import spells or equipment. Well, basically, it's just
spells,
features
equipment,
and abilities, isn't it?
Yeah,
that we need.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then anybody with extra spells, you'll just have to drag them in off the spell book from Foundry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully you had fun tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So the interesting thing about that statue is it has magical resistance, but the annoying thing about magical resistance is it only works if you're casting spells that require saving throws.
Oh,
Yeah.
None of us did. Yeah, we're all using attack roll spells, weren't we?
yeah.
You're all using. No, one of you used. I think somebody initially. Yeah, the wand of paralysis. But it rolled a 25 on that in total. So
goes both ways. The every fourth roll is a 20.
Yeah. So it was, and it had advantage against that, and it absolutely smashed it. But yeah, that was a slightly modified stone golem. So you did really well against that. So the thing is, right, at level 5, because there are 7 of you, you can take on a CR15 creature, a single CR15 creature, and have a high probability of beating it.
It's
a high probability of getting one shot as well, but
that's the counter.
Yeah, it's just numbers, isn't it?
Yeah. Likewise with this, right? If Rage hadn't been raging, that would have taken him down to almost dead. Right, he'd have had maybe 10, 15 hit points left, and a second blow from the creature would have, hitting him. And he was rolling. What was he rolling? Plus 10 to hit.
Plus a lot, yeah.
Plus 10 to hit. So, it's numbers, right? It's a numbers game. But my goal is to make you feel scared, but not necessarily you actually being outnumbered and outpowered. Well, you'll get some fights where you'll absolutely be outpowered and you'll have to think very carefully about what you do. And exactly with that dragon, right? You took the dragon down to when he fled, he had 20 hit points left.
Yeah,
Dragon?
if he hadn't have left, I was about to run up and absolutely hand him his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I should have done first round is put him back underwater, because then
Yeah.
you'd have had great difficulty hitting him.
Hmm.
But he was a little bit cocky first. First round, he was a bit cocky because he's only a young one.
Well, it's just we're chompable. We're chompable fleshes.
And he's used to easy prey, so yeah.
Correct. And then at the end of the first round, when you did over 100, you did close to 100 points of damage to him. He's like, "Oh,
what?
I'm going to see what happens with my breath weapon, and if none of them fall over, I'm out of here." And none of you fell over, so he was out of there.
Oh, Kurgan, you should have fallen over. It's just active, falling over.
Lost the javelin now.
Yeah.
And there is a dragon. There is a dragon's horde 120 feet below that.
Let's
Below the
chip
water
Rage
line.
down.
All right, let's get the rope around Rage.
Yeah.
The problem is he moves at half speed, so you'd need the oil of slipperiness on him. Grease up Rage.
Rage. Get some ropes around him. Down he goes. Be fine.
But-
The ropes won't fit on him if he's got the thingy on, though, won't it?
Tie around his belt.
Yeah, it would fit on him. It just wouldn't hamper his movement. It would fit. You're not trying to You're not trying to slow him down or cause him to not be able to move difficult.
And then just hope he makes his constitution save every single time.
Yeah, and it's effectively for every minute you're fully submerged in the water, you make a con check. From the cold.
I mean, you can. That's all right.
That's not
Minutes,
that
10
bad.
rounds. You
No,
could
that's
do
not
that.
that bad. That's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's what the problem is, and when you get down there and you've got a dragon's horde scattered over maybe a 20, 30 foot area, you've got to decide what you're going to grab, because you don't have, for Rage,
Are there any
He
good?
could stay there
He comes
forever.
back with his javelin,
Can't
wouldn't
see
he?
the-
and you can't
Can't
see
see.
that.
I found the javelin.
Pebbles.
Yeah, all I care about is the javelin. I don't care about all the shiny stuff down there.
Wouldn't the javelin be glowing because it's
No.
a lightning javelin?
Yeah.
Don't know.
And my notes for the thing was, if the players manage to get to the bottom of the lake, roll for a dragon horde. So even I don't know what's down there. So there we go. But no, it was good.
We've got some
A
thinking to
horde
do,
of
guys.
dragons.
Yes, a horde.
So
I didn't even know it was a dragon. I thought it was just a sea serpent.
I'm a bit mindful, right, that we've got a lot of plot around Kurgan's character, not
See, I
no
don't mind that one bit.
no real plot for anybody else. So if you've got something you want to explore, message me and we'll figure out how to introduce it. And I know, Dart, you've got this concept of you've lost your belt. The problem with that is it's quite generic. But I do know who's got it if you really wanted to go for it.
Oh,
But
it's
you're-
generic as it's not very powerful. Yeah.
No, it's an item that you could find. You could probably go to the city,
I'll buy one.
and buy one in the Overlord
Well,
city.
my one's a
right?
special. It's more than just a belt. I think it's like I'll have the honor of I can't go back to the dwarves unless I get it back.
And I know who's got it, and I know where it is.
How do we find out? That's the question.
But that's the thing is, you've got no way of finding out at the moment. You would have to follow a plot that is so vague, you've probably forgotten all about it.
Wait, what? You mean I thought the plot up at the beginning of the game?
So there was a plot that there was some rumor that you heard about when you first got to Sea Strand that is related to where your belt could be, but it's so vague you haven't followed up on it.
So you're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to go back and listen to the first couple of episodes.
And please leave a comment about what you think about it.
So there's that.
I've got my little bit going on. I need to find a new guardian for the grove in forest. We cleared up recently.
You do. Kelgar just wants to be the baddest metalist bard in the world.
So far, he's winning every competition he's been to. So
He has been winning every competition he's been. I might have to do a Battle of the Bands competition
hell yes.
in a town somewhere and do it properly.
That can be our 50th episode.
We haven't even been to proper city yet.
Yeah.
And on the plus side, if you lose, we'll just burn the whole place down and no one will know.
No witnesses. No witnesses. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question. Is anybody going to take anything like tongues at some point?
Only when he's greased up. No.
Creased up with tongues, lovely.
Are we still streaming the pre-game banter?
Oh yeah, I always like to leave it there for a little bit.
Come from.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, whatever spells and stuff you want, etc. If you want to start thinking about when the right time is right, going searching for someone to buy magic items from and stuff like that, just we just have to let me know and we'll plan it. Your best thing for magic items is obviously to go to the city-state, so to the capital city of the area. There are some other cities that you could go to. Modron, for instance, is another city. It's entirely up to you, really.
I think once we've hopefully found or removed whatever has been kidnapping people,
And found
we should be
Gleneth.
able to. Yeah, well,
Have you like got Gleneth?
I think we might be a bit late for Gleneth.
Never say never.
We shall see. Never say never, indeed.
Isn't that what we're trying to do by going through this cave?
Even I'll be honest, I'll tell you now, even I don't know currently Gleneth's status.
I mean, L'Oreal is all for trying to find Gleneth.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I guess, that's what you're down here for. So from here, Kurgan is probably going to push you to go south to try and figure out. The problem again is we need to find out how many days ago that was, because that's moved on. I need to figure out
not
how
that long ago, really, given the time shenanigans and bits and pieces.
Yeah,
a bit of time back.
You have got the time back.
Yeah, we also got to kill those 12 wolves and collect those 10 logs.
I need you to fish for like 42 salmon.
Salmon,
please.
yes.
Oh God!
Don't, because we will do those things.
I know.
Absolutely.
Golden and green. Let's go.
Well, I'm waiting for one of you to decide that Golden Spire Keep is going to be your do-up project.
I think it's not a bad shout.
Do you know, I do agree.
I thought we'd already decided on that.
Yeah, I think that's why we've been collecting the crossbows and stuff, isn't it? To fit out our man at arms.
That's not the one with the healing circle, is it?
No,
that's the one. It's the one that's led you. Yeah, it's the one that's led you to here.
So in which case, we need that other one to be our outpost.
The one at Sea Strand.
Yeah, our holiday house.
Why? I
Get healed.
don't really see any point going back to Sea Strand. It's just water around it.
Hang on, there's a mace waiting there.
There's some stuff going on with all the boats and stuff.
Yeah, there's pirates and all sorts happening.
Oh, let's go play being pirates.
There's you've got lots of snippets of lots of little things going on.
Is it orc movements as well?
Which is the most critical, the world is ending thing, which we need to attend to at the moment.
As far as you're concerned, none of them really. You
there
don't get
a variety of things in the Sphinx's vision.
Yeah, we also
yeah.
Well, find a Sphinx. And...
you've got to find the Sphinx.
Yeah, we got that.
I forgot about that.
I think we've got a fair bit of time though for that. But the Sphinx was like, basically there are all of these bad things which are going to happen if you guys don't go back. So we need to fix those, right?
My name.
There is a town called Dart. Yeah. Do you want to visit it at some point?
Right down the other end of the map.
It's full of halflings called Ember.
It's right down here somewhere.
Guy, I think we need to catch up on spell lists at some point.
Yeah, we do, because I'm looking at it now. I mean, the idea of Kurgan is he's meant to be glass cannon. So I can either take something like, what's it, lightning... What the fuck's it called? Lightning bolt. which is super good and it's guaranteed damage. Or I could start going for more utility stuff like, I know, tongues, or I've got water breathing and water walking at 3rd level. But for me, because it's difficult for me to change day to day, I can't, basically.
Same for me, that's the problem.
Ah, balls. So I'm going to carry, I think Kurgan's goal is to carry on going glass cannon, so he's more likely to take lightning bolt, I think. Oh, he's got fireball already, though.
It was a bit duplication, isn't it?
Well, it is a bit, but fireball's like
different energy type.
Yeah, and it's also fireball is big round sphere. Lightning bolt is a line.
Yeah.
And there we should
Why
have.
not a third?
Someone should have rolled wizard. Basically, is what you're saying.
No, I mean sorcerer's fine, but because we don't have a wizard, we don't have access to a lot of the
Utility
like
spells.
teleportation,
Yeah.
which we'll need later on, right? We won't get it unless we can figure out some other way of doing it. For me, it feels like it's the wrong spell for me to take, and my abilities are better used in other ways. But at some point, I might be forced to take it.
No, don't feel that way. Just progress as your character would progress.
Yeah.
Right, so bear in mind, right? If you build a keep and you spend time to build a keep, you can attract hirelings, and one of the hireling types you can attract is a wizard. So you and usually when you get your sidekicks, they will come in generally at your level, or just a little bit below. They're expensive, but you could have a wizard that's capable of casting teleport working for you. As you get more fame and notoriety. If you sort this, who's taking casters, and you sort that problem out, that might endear you to someone like Tauster, who would be high enough level to cast teleport. He might decide to move into your keep as a sidekick / hireling for you. So we'd use a combo. Not that I'm suggesting you need sidekicks with the party, because that's going to get silly in terms of the numbers.
No, too many. Yeah.
But we would use things like sidekick rules and hireling rules from Matt Coville's book to flesh out the people that you bring and attract to your fiefdom, if that's what you want to do.
That's probably dependent on how dead or alive Jileneth is.
It is, yes, potentially.
Unless I take animate dead.
She's moving. It's fine.
She's waving.
He was a little bit eccentric. He might not notice.
He might not.
She always spells of almonds.
Maybe we should kick up a thread in Discord, like a threaded conversation, and just keep this spell stuff in there for a while.
Yeah, do whatever.
So are we trying to kind of avoid covering the same ground on spells effectively?
Not really. It's just, I'll be picking stuff that's more suitable for my character, which is, largely the celestial side of the sorcery stuff mixed with a bit of arcane.
Yeah, Kelgar's generally going for whatever's the most metal. So,
in terms of,
which is absolutely the best choice.
In terms of where you are currently, you've got Sticklestead and Modron are the two big towns that you could potentially find magical items, including scrolls. Worst case scenario, just start buying scrolls to teleport and stuff like that.
I was going to ask how much they cost, but that's fine.
They cost money. They're not cheap, but you could go after things like that.
I can cast ritually, but I still have to have the spell. That's the problem. And I can't use it from a book, so unless, there's ways. Could pick up a feat. I think you can get feats that allow ritual casting potentially. Don't know. Is there anything arcane on that allows you to do that?
I'm not sure.
Right, so I killed the stream.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening once again. Hope you enjoyed tonight's session. Moving the story on a little bit, introducing some new plot for Kurgan to ponder over. and the rest of the group to decide if it's something they want to go chasing after.
And I think we're all good for next week, aren't we?
We are
Yeah.
all good for next week. Yeah. So yes, we're all good at the moment. We're all good for next week. It might change last minute. I might have to go away for a couple of nights, which means I won't be around. But I'll let you know as soon as I know.
If you send your notes, we can do it without you.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
There she is.
Absolutely.
It says Fred's going to get locked in 3 days' time.
Yep.
Is that inactivity or
3 days of inactivity. So as long as you're
Oh,
chatting in that
inactivity,
thread, it will
okay.
stay live.
Yeah. So again, thanks everybody. Episode 33 done and dusted.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks,
Gentlemen.
guys.
Awesome. Night, guys.
Take care,
Good
all.
night.
Be safe.
Night, everybody.
Cheers, then.